Welcome to the full Dad Podcast with Pete and Brian. Dad Bodcast with Pete and Brian. Dad Bodcast with Pete and Brian. Dad Bodcast with. Welcome to the full Dad Podcast with Pete and Brian. Dad Bodcast with Pete and Brian. Dad Bodcast with Pete and Brian. Dad Bodcast with. Welcome to the.
Hi everyone, thank you for joining us on the Full Dad Podcast. I am Pete.
I am Brian. And today we have two special guests with us. For the first time, we have a father-son duel, Andrew and Peter Anagnostidis. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you guys for having us. It's a pleasure,
Thank you. So, what we normally do with our guests is we try to get a brief introduction. So, why don't you guys, one by one, tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Would you like to go, son?
Yeah, sure. I'll go first. Why not?
No pressure.
So I'm Peter Anagnostidis, and what can I say? Thank you guys for having me. I've never really done anything like this, which is pretty cool. It's awesome, something new, and that's one thing I like about me. I like to try a lot of new things. I have so many hobbies. I do fishing, hunting, and my main thing, which is my fighting, Muay Thai. Pete, as you know. As I used to train with your son, Hunter. Yeah, that's my main thing. I've been doing it since I was 4 or 5 years old, and I haven't stopped since. And my dad's actually the one that got me into it. But yeah, pretty basic kid.
I don't know. I wouldn't say basic kid. I think as far as like kids go and like teenagers, you're probably like a little higher on the achievement level.
And how old are you, Peter?
I'm 15.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
And Andrew?
Andrew's 32. No.
I'm 51 years young, happily married. Peter's my only child. I have 2 stepchildren who are much older now on my wife's side. What can I say? I'm Greek and Italian. I was born and raised in the Bronx. And once I had Peter, we made a move for the suburbs. So we're living up in Rockland County now. And what else? Basic.
Yeah. You're a dad. You're also a business owner, correct?
Yes,
right?
yes. I have my own business, construction and real estate.
Nice.
So that keeps me busy.
Yeah, so do I.
He keeps me busy.
That's good. I think you need, I think as adults, you need that purpose, you need that drive. So
Yes. He drives me a lot too. We at our age too, as we're getting up there, you get those days.
Yeah.
And then you just sit back. Sometimes I tell my wife, he becomes my greatest motivator. And
That's
I
awesome.
do think of him when I get those days and those struggles and those thoughts and tribulations.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It is kind of amazing where like you feel like, the one thing I realized, after having a kid is I think, like when I knew I could love and I knew I had purpose, but I really didn't know the capacity of how much I could love or how much drive and purpose I could have until I had a son or until I had a child.
Yes.
And you realize that the love you knew before, you're capable of so much more that you never even really could grasp until the moment you see your child. And it changes you, and it's really basic, visceral, like at your core, it changes everything about you.
It does. It does. I couldn't agree with you more. 150%.
Yeah. I think I remember after having Zach, I was always like, it's, I take care of, and this is my life. But I think after having Zach, I was like, my life is now, it's sort of like for him. I feel like I'm living for him, sometimes through him. But I'm like, this is amazing. I'm having a relationship with my kid. And, I've gone through all those stations where like, you take care of him, you have to clean him, you have to do everything. Now I'm having full on conversations with him. We're talking about the future. Some of the things that he's going through with, school and life and, just kids and students, from bullying to some of his own worries. But I think, having that relationship is really interesting, and it's amazing how it changes from the day they're born until, like right now he's 10 years old. And I'm sure, you've gone through that process with Peter.
Yep.
And now he's 15 years old. He's a teenager, he's going through other things. And, you guys have a sort of a unique relationship.
Yeah.
I think it evolves. I think initially you guys, I'm sure it's like, father-son, where you're just, like an authority, a caretaker, support. But now you guys have, Peter's at an age now where you guys interact more on more of just a person-to-person level. It's not just a father-son. It's more like just two people talking about whatever it is, like you guys are talking about, and they're interacting in a different dynamic now.
Correct. It is. I've always enjoyed it. And I always say, I've said it time and time again, not only am I grateful and thankful, but I feel blessed that we could all enjoy the ride because they grow up so fast. And
Yeah, that's true.
and speaking for myself, I've enjoyed every moment of it. I wouldn't trade it for anything, any amount of money.
Yeah.
The times, they were sacrifices, but I don't even consider it a sacrifice.
Yeah. Well, I think as a do you remember your life before Peter and now after, and like what's been the biggest impact or change? Or
I have a bigger purpose, and you have a different perspective on life and meaning on life, and it's sort of like you said earlier, it changes us, or for the better. Definitely for the better.
Yeah. So let's ask a real question. How difficult was Peter as a child? This is where we get into the nitty gritty.
You know what? He wasn't too bad. I had a lot of fun with him.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
definitely.
He definitely wasn't a problem child, so to speak. Little stuff here and there, but and I'm shocked because I have a twin brother, so we're identical twins, and my mother used to say to us like we were bad. And she used to just tell us from an early age, I don't wish one, I wish two of you on both you guys.
Yeah.
And we didn't understand what that was till we got older. But no, Peter wasn't that bad. I definitely enjoyed it. Just like you guys have enjoyed. I'm sure watching the kids grow up
And I know, Peter, you said you started at doing Muay Thai at a young age.
Yeah.
Before that, but I think your dad may mention you had done Taekwondo for a little bit before that, or
I did a little bit of karate.
Oh, karate, okay.
And it was a little bit boring for me. I tried everything from basketball, t-ball, soccer, tennis, everything.
remember baseball.
Yeah, baseball. I was terrible at it. And I had fun in those things, but it didn't stick, So my dad was like, Pete, let me take you down. Your uncle, he trains at Teton Gym. So I went down one day. I put the gloves on and I loved it. I was there every single day at the age of 5 years old, And it was something that I really enjoyed doing, and I still do. And I've been doing it for so long, and it's been so consistently done, Like, I go every day for 10 years. It's like a part of me. Like, if I go on vacation and I'm not doing something to train, it feels off. It feels like something's not right, I'm not living the right way. I'm missing something. So it's like a part of me now. But I'm more than grateful because I couldn't have done it without him, considering he's the one driving me to Queens every day. And on another note, I wanted to say I admire you guys because a lot of dads now don't have that connection with their kids. And it's an unfortunate thing. But that's why we're happy to be here, so we can share our experiences.
Thank you.
But yeah, it's good to see that you guys still have that connection with your kids.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I mean, I think, and I have to tell you, I think to be very frank, I think one of the things that, like, I think before we were recording, I had mentioned how I have pulled different behaviors, different things that the other dads do. And one of the things that stood out for me was, I know at the gym, especially at Teton and Muay Thai, it's kind of like an emotional, as a parent, it's a little bit of an emotional roller coaster because there's times you see your kid getting his ass kicked.
Yes.
And sometimes, there's like this innate protective thing. You're like, oh, that kid hit you back. Hit him back. Fuck that kid up too. And you have to curb that. But also, you also put this pressure. And I noticed that there's a lot of parents there. And I found myself falling into that trap itself of putting pressure on their kids or getting upset at the kids if they were doing things incorrectly. But I never saw that from you, ever. I mean, maybe that might have happened early on, but I never saw that. And you just kind of let Peter do his thing, and he thrived. And I always thought to myself, that is probably the better way to parent in this situation, because putting pressure or yelling or getting frustrated with your kid is, it's probably like the worst thing you can do in that situation, because they're already feeling the pressure themselves, being in the gym, being whatever situation they're going to be in, when they're sparring, when they're whatever challenges they're facing at the gym, now you're just adding another obstacle in front of them. And that's one thing I have to commend you and thank you for, because I feel like I sort of fell into that trap, and that's sort of catch myself. And afterwards, now Hunter's doing baseball. He's not doing Muay Thai anymore. Hopefully he goes back. But now I realize like I can't be his coach. I just have to be like his parent. And whatever he says, I love you. It's all good, and we leave, and that's it. And whatever happens, whatever he does there is just his own thing, and he has to figure it out. Now, if he asks me for advice or asks me for any suggestions or any, sometimes he asks me, like he asked me, how did I do? Sometimes I say, oh, you did really good, but I noticed this or that. But I word it very carefully, and I'm more mindful and intentional with how I talk to him about it. And I think that was one of the traps that I fell in. And also, like, you learn as a parent, you grow. And I realize now, looking back, I'm like, that was one of my biggest regrets. I'm like, I should have just let him do his thing and not been that involved. But it's a hard thing when you see your kids sparring and they get hit hard and like they might cry, and then you're like, get that kid back.
It is.
And I see also there's like this. So I can't say subliminal, but this is like after a while, there's like this underlying tension sometimes between the parents because their kid might have gotten hit a little too hard, or their kid might have gotten a little too hard. It goes vice versa, and everyone sort of like is circling around their own child. And I noticed it also. There's like a weird dynamic that evolves sometimes in those kind of situations.
There most definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my methodology has always been I leave it up to him.
Mm-hmm.
I always said it to myself. Even my wife would be like, how can you stay put? How can you like not react, so to speak? And I'm like, listen, he's gonna find his way.
Yeah,
he's got enough pressure.
Yeah,
I'm not a coach. I don't do this for a living.
Mm-hmm.
I basically said once I walked into the gym, here's my kid. This is what you do best. Hopefully you can make him as good as you are or even better.
Mm-hmm.
And I take a step back and I respect the coaches and let them do their job. And it is tough to see your son get hit, hurt,
Yeah.
whatnot. But then I say, look, we all fall into the trap.
Mm-hmm.
I fell into the trap plenty of times. I've wanted to say, do this, don't do that. But I see other parents
Mm-hmm.
and I saw it from early on. I'm like, I know, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That may actually be a catalyst to drive him away.
Mm-hmm.
I just let him be,
Yeah.
Your good days, bad days. And I took more of an encouraging approach.
Yeah.
Let me encourage him instead of correcting him. He'll figure out the correction on his own between him and his coach.
Yeah.
And for you as a son, like how did that?
So it's a completely different view from me, from you guys, father and son, or just any kid and their parents. But whenever I go to the gym, I like that about my dad. He doesn't. I see a bunch of other parents trying to tell their kids what to do, and it's understandable. You don't want to see a kid get punched in the face. It sucks. But you can't just tell them, "Oh, go beat the crap out of that kid." Go. You have to let them do their thing. Let them get hurt. It is what it is. They'll get over it. And just let them find their way, and always be there to support them. That's like the biggest thing. He's always at the gym, and I always love that he has his own business. He's such a busy guy and whatnot, and he's always there. He's probably missed 3 days of training my whole life. It's, but yeah, as a kid,
I love to be there.
yeah, he does. He really loves to be there. And we've had tough days where I'm like, Dad, I really don't want you there this week. With arguments or whatever, and it's okay. Let the air cool and whatnot. But I always do enjoy when he's there because he doesn't do anything. He just gives me my water, records me, sits back, lets my coach, and I think that's how it should be with any kid, any sport in life. Let the kid find their own way, support them and guide them. But
and I'm intrigued too, because sometimes he's up there, and like any of us would do, we would say, well, why isn't he doing A, B, or C? And I ask him afterwards. He says, Dad, because that's my plan, or this is the reason why. I say, oh, he's got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the kids know and the parents don't. Because he's like, especially for fighting, it's so much different. And I could speak for Hunter. He's fought before and he trained before a lot. And when you're there and you're sparring, and then my dad tells me, Pete, why didn't you kick here? When he shows me the video, and I'm like, there's always a reason behind something that you don't see as parents or even coaches. So it's just so different, and that's why a lot of parents get mad at their kids. Oh, you should have done that. In the fight, you could have knocked them out here. But realistically, maybe it wasn't there, maybe the shot wasn't there. So it's, it's never really just yell at your kid for not doing something. It's ask them why, understand it.
Remember, I always used to say to you, how do you not lose your temper
Yeah.
and stay so composed?
Yeah. I remember you used to tell me that because a lot of kids do lose their temper and you see it all the time.
Yeah.
It's a normal thing.
Yeah.
You're
Hunter
fighting.
Hunter lost temper so many times.
Yeah. Punching people in the
Yeah.
face, you're getting hit. It's okay. You're going to hit me. I'll hit you back even harder. But
And he tells me, he's like, what do you tell me, right, Pete?
it's because I trust in myself, my coach. So I know what I'm doing, obviously. And even if I'm going against someone that's way bigger than me, I spar with the adults, it's like, oh, geez, I got to spar with a guy that's 250 pounds and I'm 130. All right, you know what? Let me just do it. And my dad gets worried a lot because I spar with a lot of bigger guys, but I know what I'm doing. So it's good that he has a trust. And he doesn't say, oh, whoa, wait, you can't do that. He lets me do my thing. And sometimes it goes well, sometimes it goes bad.
But that's key, that's key for everything. Even to rewind back to the initial question, it's a trust. I guess we all developed and we, instill in the children.
There's obviously a healthy amount of trust between you guys. Is that something that you yourself, Andrew, had with your dad growing up?
Yes. I was very close with my parents. I had my parents were married for 18 years. They divorced when I was young.
Okay. Andrew, if you can, I think I'm losing you.
Okay.
You can pull the mic a little closer to you if you're comfortable.
Okay. Yeah, so I came from a little bit my background. My father was Greek. My mother was Italian. So it was like two brick walls always butting heads. They argued. They fought a lot in the house, but we were always close.
Okay.
It was a little bit of a rough childhood. But I always said from, a younger age, when I get older, when I get married, if I do get to do this, I'm not going to do it this way.
Yeah.
But not to discredit or anything, it was rough, but I did love my parents. They parented in a different way than I would. But you know what? I'm very thankful for the childhood because I think it instilled a different set of values in myself
Right.
that we don't see out there today, and that I can take and instill and pass on to my son, and he can do it to his children as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's one of the common stories from a lot of people we've spoken to is that generationally, especially when you grow up in a certain way, sometimes it could be immigrant parents. Sometimes I feel like a lot of times parents of our generation are just trying to survive, whether it be financially, whether it be whatever. They're just trying to make it. And a lot of times they don't have the mental bandwidth or the financial capability to do for their kids what they probably want to. And one of the things that I feel fortunate is that, I mean, not that I'm, fucking Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk, but I have enough to kind of give my son the things that he may want to do and give him opportunity. I have the time. I'm not struggling just to keep the lights on, to keep food on the table. And I think that in itself gives me less pressure and allows me to be more involved in my son's life, where I know me growing up, I mean, I had a kind of rougher childhood as well. That wasn't a possibility. They're just trying to survive.
Correct.
And in the process, they're trying to raise children also. So I can understand why. And also, generationally, it's different. I think the morals, it was a harder time. People didn't really, I mean, they just also, I think back at the way I handle myself as a parent, there's times I do things I regret, afterwards. And I realize, oh, this is something that occurred to me when I was a kid. And now I'm sort of redoing that cycle or recycling, and I'm trying to break that cycle,
break that pattern.
But yeah, I think I think that in itself is probably one of the more powerful things as a parent. Is there's a lot of people who don't have the introspection to be like, as a kid I got my ass whooped, I got whatever, and then some parents end up fucking their kids up, beating, hitting them. Other parents I don't want to do that, and it takes a certain level of mindfulness and introspection to be like, I want to break that pattern. That's not the parent I want to be. So I commend you, and and obviously
commend you guys as well.
I talked to Peter. I think and I see you at the gym. It's not like you and I have had crazy interactions. I kind of see you from a distance, but I think you've always been a role model to a lot of the kids. You're
Thank you.
always really nice. You're always like, very polite and respectful. And I think it speaks a lot of your parents. I mean, I know your dad, your mom as well. And I'm sure she feels a little left out. She's like, I'm the mom too. Like, why is the dad always involved in all the father-son
Yes,
stuff?
yes. So you understand that
Yeah.
aspect of it as well, right?
But as well, I mean, I'm sure like Cindy is also. I mean, I know from when I talk to your parents that they both are gleaming with pride with you. So, and I commend both of you guys for raising such a great kid,
Thank
and
you, thank you.
who's. I mean, I can't even say kid. He's becoming a man, like a young man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's it was a little bit easier with with Peter. It's how do I phrase it? Like compared to the way we grew up, like we were just talking.
Yeah.
I think like my parents were very reactive.
Mm.
That generation was a reactive generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I try not to be like that,
Yeah.
and try to do things differently.
It's
Like,
hard though. It's very hard
it is.
sometimes.
It's very difficult.
Yeah.
And I always instilled in him at a young age, and he didn't get it up until recently, right, Pete? I
What?
try to talk to him
Oh.
about mindfulness,
Yeah.
and how to be emotionally disciplined, which I think he's gotten a
Yeah.
while back.
Yeah.
And it's very important to talk to the children and educate them about that. And I believe it's better coming from us as parents, and later on when they're 18, 19, 20 years old, from a teacher or from an outside source.
Yeah.
And if they can understand early on about emotional discipline and
Yeah.
not to be so reactive, and it's going to carry them a long way and make a big impact on their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from a kid's perspective, the biggest thing that leads up to that is spend some time with your kids, and make sure your kids know that you care for them and that you love them, A lot of parents don't do that, and I see it all the time between friends, kids in my school. It's sad. It's unfortunate. Stuff happens, home life and whatnot, but try to make sure you can spend some time with your kids, talk with them, have a nice family dinner. A lot of kids now, they go to their rooms, they're on their phones, and, it's this new generation, I guess. I see it all the time. I go to my friend's house. They don't talk to their parents at all. Their parents are screaming at them for this, that. They're screaming back, and we never really had that in our house. We've always been a very close family, and I think that's what makes us have a lot of trust in each other, I think that's very important. Definitely.
That's awesome hearing that from a teenager like yourself, because I think as parents we know we know what we want for our kids, but it's amazing to sort of hear what the kid wants from us.
Yeah.
It's like what can we do better?
Yeah, that's definitely the biggest thing for me. Just spend time with your kids, tell them you love them. And a lot of people, they work 7 days a week, crazy jobs. It's respectable. You got to do what you got to do to put food on the table. But, show your kids that you love them. Doesn't mean buy them this, buy them that. Like you said, you're not Jeff Bezos. None of us are.
Yeah.
And it's hard for people. But if you just show your kids some emotion, we really appreciate that. That's always been a big thing to me. And hopefully when I grow up, you live and you learn. Like, he had a tough childhood. He saw how his parents were to him, so he wanted to improvise on him being a dad with me. So you live and you learn, and that's hopefully what I get to do. But yeah, I try to pick up on things like that, just so I know for future references and stuff like that. I think it's important, definitely.
And from an early age, Peter, like I always said, I had in my mind, I want him to do a sport, but I want him to do a sport that he likes. But I said one of the first thing I'm going to do is, I have to teach him, give him the tools, teach him how to fight. He's got to learn how to defend himself. Whether he likes it or not, at least give him the basics.
Yeah.
Let him come to me and say, hey, this is not for me. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
I was always like a firm believer in that. My father instilled that in us. He put us in martial arts from a very young age.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Oh, cool. Okay. What type of
I used to do judo.
Oh, judo.
And then
Oh, cool.
I went to karate and kumite-ryu jiu-jitsu.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so we did. It was like to show you how it was in my home back then. My father used to take us, instead of Disney movies, he used to take us to go see Bruce Lee.
That's funny.
So, stuff like that. And, it was in me, and I said, look at the generation we're in today. When we grew up, we never opened up a paper or put on TV and saw, children being mean to each other. You never saw the word bullying
Yeah.
in the media. That really didn't exist. you know, and it's scary nowadays. So at the very least, I would tell my wife, we got to give him the tools. He's going to go away to college. He's going to go through high school. There's going to be times where we're not with him all the time. We can't shield him. At least he has the basic tools to protect himself. And not only physically, but it builds up that mental toughness.
Yeah.
I always say that's the very least. I have to do that.
Yeah.
And hope that I'm successful in doing that, because it's going to carry you with him in life. You know.
Yeah. I agree. I think one of the things I feel like I read a long time ago is like this Book of Five Rings, like the story of like the samurai Miyamoto Musashi, and there's this phrase is like that. I'm kind of sort of paraphrasing it because like it's in Japanese, but it's like, I'd rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. And you realize like the world has different expectations of men than women. There's more perils in the world for women, but the expectations of men is much different than it is for women.
It is.
And it's more, and you have to have mental fortitude and grit, and sometimes you have to like, you know, deal with shit that is undesirable, unforgiving, and you have to be relentless in how you handle it.
Exactly. I tell him every day, we get up and we're in the trenches. The moment we put our feet on the ground, we're in the trenches of life.
Yeah, I know. I hear that every day. Those exact words too. He says it to me every day, and I'm like, "Yes, Dad. I know you said this to me the past 15 years. Yep, I know. But you know, he's right though. Life's tough. It's never gonna be easy. You're gonna go through challenges. It's just you just gotta push through them. You gotta find ways around them. What you can do to help yourself. But yeah, the fighting really helped me with everything. It gave me a lot of dedication, and the amount of time I spent in the gym is unbelievable. It kept me away from trouble, and honestly, if I wasn't there, I would be getting into trouble, you know, hanging out with the wrong crowd, but I'm glad I'm not. I'm not partying, I'm not doing all the stuff that kids my age are doing now.
Very scary.
Yeah, I see kids doing this, they're smoking, vaping at the age of 12, 13, 14, and I'm like, wow.
Drinking.
Like, I've never touched any of that, I never thought about it. It's like, I don't know how you guys can do that.
I have to share this. I always throw it. You know, he never had soda in his life. He never tasted it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He
Yeah,
only
I never
drinks-
even had soda.
drinks water.
That's good.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, seriously, because
It's-
kids, I'm telling you, my son has like he tasted Sprite once, and now we go to a restaurant. That's all he's asking. He's like, "Let me get a Sprite," and I'm like, "Water, please, water."
Yeah, no, it's
Michael. No, you can pull it. You can actually pull it closer to you.
Okay.
It's
Perfect.
the fighting's been very important to me. It's been one of the most important things to me ever since I started it. I take it very seriously. It's what I think about a lot when I'm in school. I have a test. Oh, I have a fight in a couple of days. Like, I just fought January 25th, and I told my parents, listen, it's gonna be a tough week at school for me. I'm cutting weight. This is a very important fight to me. It means a lot. You know, I had to make a statement, and oh man, I took a test. I did so bad. And I was like, guys, I'll get back on track next week, but this week's not my week for school, you know.
And he does. You know,
I
give him the credit. Like, one thing I have to say, once he says he's going to do something, he does it.
Yeah. I have
his
to.
word is born, and that's what I admire about him.
Yeah.
Like, he'll never tell you, I'm going to do something and not do it.
Yeah. That's I like to get stuff done, you know. That's how I am. I say something, I say I'm going to do it, I'll do it. Like in fighting. I said to myself 100 times, we were walking in the mall, and I was like, Dad, there's no way on earth that I'm losing this fight that I just had, because it was a rematch with the kid that I lost to. And the first time was a fluke, and I proved it. And I was like, Dad, there's no way. Like, I'm telling you, I trained so hard for this. Like, I'm hungry for it. I want it. And I went in there, I did my thing, and I was like, I told you. There's no way on earth I was going to lose that fight. It wasn't even close. And that's the thing that fighting has put in me, you know, the dedication and the drive to want more and more. And you could see that as a business owner, or anybody, like a dad. You make your kids happy, you want to see what else you can do. You want to improve. That's what I do in my fighting. I want to improve. I did really good my last fight. I have another fight in 3 weeks. I want to see what I can do better. I want to see what I can do in training to tweak little things. I could talk to my coach, just like you could talk to your parents in life. See what you could do a little better. You know, they could see what they could do a little better. So yeah, fighting is definitely something that has been instilled in me. and I know it always will be. It's something that's just gonna stay there. And like that saying you said, it's like I look at that as being prepared for anything that gets thrown at you. Muay Thai gave me such a good mindset. I've had to deal with such tough things, but Muay Thai has always been my resolution. Go train, deal with it later, talk through it. It's just, I feel different than every other kids because all the other kids is something happens, they get broken up with, with their girlfriends or whatnot. Their parents yell at them. They go out, they drink, and they party. Me, it's different. I'll get a little sad. Something bad happens like that, but I would say, Dad, you take me to the gym this week. I got to get back on track. And the gym keeps me in check, It makes me happy and make sure that I make good decisions. So, yeah, it definitely helped me keep me out of trouble. And I couldn't thank him more. And it's crazy. I can't thank you enough, I think about it every day. I'm like, imagine if I didn't train. Who would I be? It's kind of crazy to think about. But I'm glad that I'm doing it. And I wouldn't trade it for anything, I love it. But,
Peter, where do you think that? Oh, sorry. Do you think that? Because I feel like I've always seen you. I've seen you for the past 5-6 years now. Since was Hunter at the gym, and you've always been very driven. Do you think that's something that? Because I always wonder about this. About when I'm raising Hunter, is it nature versus nurture? Do you think that's something that you're born with? Do you think it's something that you got from your dad? Do you think it's a mixture of both? How do you think you formulated this work ethic, this drive, this determination? Because it's one of the things as a parent you wonder, there's times I talk to Hunter and I feel like it goes in one ear and out the other. And then every so often he'll mention something that I said that I thought he wasn't really listening to.
Yeah.
Okay, it's stuck.
Yeah, you're listening,
Yeah. But for you as now a 15-year-old young man, do you feel that's something that is innate, or is it something that's more was a mixture of the influence of your mom, your dad, your family, your coaches? How do you think that formulated in you?
Honestly, I don't think it's one or the other. I think it's both. They both have their part. I think my dad helped me a lot with getting me in to fighting, and even now he still checks up on me. Pete, you okay? You want to talk? And you want to talk about fighting? You want to change anything up? I'll take you here. I'll take you to the gym 6 a.m. So I think it's that nurture part, right? And then the nature part, where it's it's in you. You have to want it. Like anything in life. And I'm not a dad, but you guys want to be better dads. You got to want it. You have to work for it. You got to want it. You got to make sure you need to get done what needs to get done. So that's why I think it's a little bit of both. Because for me, I really do want it. It's something that I love. It's just natural to me. But then you have that part where he helps out. So it's a balance. And it's good to find that balance. But that's actually a good, that's something a lot of people don't think about. Is it something that you really want to do? Sometimes you're forced to do it. But, I'm never forced to do anything. He never forces me to do anything.
Well, I think that's part of the downfall to a lot of parents. I see it in Muay Thai. I see it in, now Hunter's doing baseball. I think it's I think sometimes you want to live through your kids, but you really can't. And I think the things that you are passionate about, I think a lot of times I see at the gym where the kid does not want to be there.
100%. I see it every day.
But the parents are no, you have to do this and that. And you're forcing them. And their face, they're going through the motions, but they could fucking care less.
Yeah, the kids.
They're those dads. I remember I say them all the time.
Man.
That dad is trying to live his life through his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it to moms, dad. I see it just in parents in general.
And that's something that I don't think that parents should be doing is forcing your kid to do something that they don't want to be doing.
Yeah.
Because then what's the point?
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, he was forcing me to fight so I could be somebody that he never was. And, I wouldn't be good at it. I wouldn't want to be there. And I see it every day in the gym. There's kids that are there, and I see it. I'm I feel bad for them. They don't want to be here. Sometimes you got to ask them, you want to be here? Yeah, yes or no? And they'll tell you no. They'll say no. And, sometimes I've talked to a couple of parents, and it's oh, I want my kid to, do this, do that. I'm okay, just take a step back. But you can't do that as a parent.
Yeah.
You got to let your kid just go, let them do what they want and guide them. That's what's important to me, definitely.
Have you ever hit slumps in your training where you're man, maybe there's a period of time where you're I don't want to do this anymore, or maybe I want to take a break?
Oh, man.
Or
so In 2022, I was doing really good with my fighting. I had, I think, 9 fights, or no, I had 10 fights in a year, which is a lot.
One right
That
after
is a
the
lot.
other.
Yeah, that's a
I
lot.
had.
Oh, wow.
I fought January 29th. That's when I won my first title on the show Freedom, and then I came back from California. I fought February, 2 weeks after. I was training the whole month of March. I fought 3 times in April. I did the USMTO, which Hunter was there. I fought. When did I fight again? I fought April. I trained for the whole summer. I still had fun with my friends, go fishing and riding my bikes and all that like I do.
Yeah.
But I still trained a lot. And then we went to IFMA, which is an international thing. And I represented Team USA, and I fought there. I did very well.
I was in Malaysia.
Yeah, that was in Malaysia. That was awesome. But it was tough. The training was tough. I pushed through it, and I got silver. I won my first 2 fights. Came back home from a 36-hour flight. Crazy.
Oh, man.
And then I lost my last fight at IFMA, which kind of brought me down a little bit because it was like, oh, man, I came here to win gold for Team USA. I got silver. It is what it is. And then I fought one of my friends now from a different gym, and I lost. And I think it was because I wasn't in the right mindset for it. I took the fight too soon. And then after that, I kind of took a little bit of a break.
I think you were burnt out too.
Yeah, I was burnt out. I was doing so much.
Yeah, it's like 10 months of fight camps.
Oh,
which is
dude, it
fucking
was
intense.
crazy.
Mom picked up on that. We got to give Mom some credit over here,
Yeah.
some props.
And then after that, I continued to take a fight in April, which was in Thailand. And I don't even think I trained well enough for that fight. I just took it to take it, because I felt like, oh, I got to fight. And I didn't do well. I lost. I did okay in the fight, but, I lost. It is what it is. And that was April 2023. And then I took a break until August. And I stood training, but the fight in August, I took it just to say I want to fight again. It wasn't a thought about decision. I just said, yeah, sure, let me take the fight. And I didn't do well. That was the kid that I just beat. I lost. I didn't get good training. It wasn't a good decision. And then I took a break till now, till January. So over a year and a half, basically, a year and a half. But
you also
Without
did
fights.
something-
yeah.
Without fights.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also did something different. He came to me one day and he's
Yeah.
like, Dad, the wrestling coach reached out to me. He wants to meet with you.
Mm.
The wrestling
So-
coach, you were in 8th grade, right?
I was in 8th grade. They pulled me up to wrestle varsity. And
It was at that time, and I says, Pete, I'm going to leave it up to you.
yeah.
And he, the coach was like, I see something in him. It's going to be a little bit tough. It's a big change. He's in 8th grade. I said, all right, I'll let him. Well, I had the meeting with the coach, and I spoke to him. And he's like, Dad, let me try it. And he's been doing it ever since. It was different. It was a step up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He took a break from his normal routine with Muay Thai, and actually I think it helped him tremendously.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. The wrestling definitely helped. I used it to implement in Muay Thai, which helps me clinching and all
Yeah.
that.
But mentally,
But yeah, mentally, when you have that wrestling mindset, and I wasn't super good my first year, I did what I could. I was a tough kid in wrestling, and I would just go out there. I was a first-year wrestler. I had to wrestle kids who had 100-something matches. It's like the mindset you get is, I don't give a shit who you are. I'm going on that mat, and that's it. That's it.
I want to
And-
fuck you up.
Yeah, pretty much. Whether I do or I don't care who you are. I'm going to wrestle. And that helped with Muay Thai. This kid that I just fought, he beat me the first time. A lot of people were like, oh, he beat me the first time. I'm just going to stop. Just go fight somebody else. That wasn't with me. With wrestling, it said, I don't care who the hell you are. I'm going there to fight. I'm going there to do my job. And that's what I did. But there's struggles with it. So, yes.
Yeah.
but also look, there's positives in it because
Yeah.
you also did something you didn't do before.
Yeah.
You were in the sport with other children, with other kids, and you have that team, that camaraderie.
Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. Still got 2 more years of it because I'm 2 more years of high school. So yeah, but definitely with Muay Thai, there's been days that are like, man, this is a lot. This is a lot. I know I just want to take a break for a couple months, but I know I can't because then I get anxious to go back and then I start over again. So that's why I said, you know what? Let me keep training I started training again in last August, and I was like, I want to fight. I know I want to fight in like maybe November, December, and then I got pushed to January, but I was still training. And I was like, do I really want to do this before I say yes? Before I asked him to give me a fight. And I was like, I sat in my room, and I was just thinking, I was like, yeah, I want to do it. I texted Rami, got me the fight, and I texted my coach, and I was like, I'm ready, let's do it. So sometimes you need a little mental reset, right? You got to look back,
Healthy.
think of things,
Yeah.
And then we get mom. She's like, are you guys crazy?
Yeah.
He has wrestling. How's he going to be like, relax, we already worked that out.
Yeah.
He's going to do wrestling, and then after wrestling, he'll wrestle. He trains 6 days a week. He goes after school from 3:30 to 5:20, and then I drive him to Queens by 6, and then he trains till they close.
Yeah.
As long as he's willing to do it.
Yeah, then
That's the
How many days a
facilitator.
week is that when you're driving out to Queens?
6 days a week.
6 days a
6
week.
days a week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Going to be 11 years, right, Pete?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it definitely
I wouldn't
helps.
trade those moments.
Yeah.
Right, Pete?
Even the days where I get my ass beat at the gym by grown men, it is what it is, but it's
Yeah.
fun. You look
Come
back,
on.
it's fun.
You discovered what along these road trips? Led Zeppelin, right?
Yeah.
Even disco,
You got to get
right?
something out of that
Yeah.
mileage that you're putting on your
I'm
car.
sure that's just time for you guys to just hang out
Yeah. Bonding
together.
time,
It is.
yeah.
You know, it's an hour drive. We live across the bridge in Rockland
We
County.
live 40
so-
miles away. We live in Rockland
Yeah.
County. So people like, you drive. That's the thing. People used to say to me, why can't you just take him to any karate school? They're all,
Yeah.
It's not just.
No,
And
no.
it's the quality.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You know, as he's the best coach in the world,
In the world,
honestly.
yeah.
And that's the thing, you know, for 10 years, I drive down with him every day, and we have days where we don't talk in the car because I'm mad at him for something. And I'll be on my phone when I was little and be like, I don't want to talk to you. And there's days where, you know, we just laugh and talk about, he tells me about his childhood, and it's a lot of bonding time that we get. People are like, I hear people tell him, why do you take a kid an hour? I would never do that. That's crazy.
Yeah. People be like, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
For what? I'm like, I'd be taken back by it. And I just, voice my opinion. I was like, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best
What-
thing we
what-
can do
what
for
is-
our children.
Yeah, I feel like the same thing. I'm like, people are like, what? So much. I'm like, so what? I'm like, what am I going to do? Be home?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You want to give them the best. If you're going to
Yeah.
sign them up for baseball, lacrosse, football, and you know that lacrosse school is the best school,
Yeah.
I want to send them to the best school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them the best of the best.
Yeah.
But not like anybody would say, just send them to any karate school. Why are you going to?
And I've gotten that. I'm like, people are like, oh, is he going to be a pro fighter? No. I was like, no, he's not going to be. Maybe. I don't think so. I'm like,
If he
but I'm going
wants
to give him the best that he can get.
Yeah.
That's the best teaching or coaching I can give him.
Yep.
And see what comes out of it. Now with baseball, people are like, oh, why are you doing this for baseball? You're on a travel team. I'm like, yeah, I'm finding like the best in the area that I can, the best coaching. So give him the best opportunity to do whatever he wants to do. And is he going to be MLB player? Doubtful. I'm like, but so what?
Yeah.
And
the kid likes
also,
it.
Pete,
Yeah.
like I tell other people, even Peter heard me. He hears me say it a lot. Like when I first met you, I was intrigued. I said to my wife, her name is Cindy. I said, Cindy, I wonder what his story is, because he's always in the gym with his child. It's rare, in my experience that usually the parents come,
Drop him off.
They don't even come in.
Yeah, they just drop
sometimes.
him off to
You
let
know,
them
for
At the
whatever
door.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I would say Pete's there. He's spending time. We got to know each other, and I say, you know what? He must have a close bond and relationship with his son. And I admire and always respected that.
Thank you. I mean, I try to. I feel like growing up, I didn't have much of a relationship with my parents. They're kind of like, kind of rougher childhood. But I felt like I wanted to be mindful and I made a conscious choice that I want to be in my son's life. And I think after the pandemic, I think that shifted a lot because a lot of times, most of us are working. And I worked in the financial district. And so I'd see him for a little while. I'd pick him up from daycare, and then, we'd hung out and then have dinner and then go to bed. And, his mom were crazy overnight shifts. So a lot of that responsibilities fell on me. And then during the pandemic, I was sort of working from home, and I started to hang out with him. I'm like, fuck, I don't want this to stop. I'm like, I don't want to see him for an hour, feed him some food, help him with his homework, and then put him to bed. I'm like, I never got to know him. And after the pandemic, we were together all the time. I was like, oh, we got to hang out. Like, he's a silly kid. He's a pain in the ass sometimes. He's a fucking awesome kid, and he has a good. I got this I get to actually meet him and learn his personality. And it was like, and after that, once the lockdowns were lifted and we were going back, I was like, I can't go back to seeing him 40 minutes, an hour of date interaction. I was like, it's not enough.
Yeah. And that's why I was talking about spend time with your kids. A lot of parents think, yeah, he's my kid, I know him already. I know him, whatever. Just not going to talk to him too much. Do your homework, go to bed.
Mhm.
But you got to really get to know your kid. It's a human being.
We can
Yeah.
never spend too much time with our children.
Exactly.
Never.
Yeah.
It's true, because I think kids grow, and then eventually that time that you took for granted is gone.
It's gone. Yeah.
And then they no longer look for like you to have those
Exactly.
those times. So it would suck, if you raise your kid and he's like, he doesn't look out for you anymore. He's not calling you. They're not visiting
course,
you.
yeah.
I know a lot of people like that are like so disconnected from their parents.
Yeah,
I would
it's-
never
it's
want that
sad,
for myself.
It's tough for people. They think, oh, my kid doesn't love me anymore. It's just, you live and you learn. Like you said, you want to be the best for Hunter.
Mhm.
And that's amazing. A lot of people should do that. They want to be the best for the kids. Spend time with your kids. Get to know them. Like you said, you can never spend enough time with your kids.
Yeah.
And that's always been your biggest thing.
Mhm.
You've blown off business meetings to go take me to the mall and
You know what?
go to Dave and Buster's.
I think nothing. I have a good friend of mine. He's successful businessman and everything. Huge company, $200 million plus company. He says to me one day, and he laughed. I'm still taken back by it. He says, dude, my son's 18. I walked in the kitchen the other day. And he says, who are you?
Mhm.
Who are you? I said, I'm your father. And he's like, we both joked about it. He laughed.
Yeah.
And I drove home one day. I was like, I wouldn't even advertise that.
Yeah. Like, that's really sad.
It's
Like,
sad,
that's like
it really is.
heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To just,
So you
That's tough.
you basically you built your company, your life is business, and you missed your children growing up,
Yeah.
and
And now that
For
time
what?
is gone.
for money,
Yeah.
you can't put a price tag on it.
Yeah. And I feel like Brian said, you only have a small window. I feel like pretty soon, I mean, you're 15 now. I'm sure you used to, when you're 18, 19, I'm sure you used to be close to your dad, but after a while, you're going to have to spread your wings, go out, do whatever you're going to do.
Yeah.
And that time at home is gonna become less and less because you're out trying to navigate your way in the world. I was like, but you only have a small window. Once it's
Yeah.
gone, it's gone.
This is our job.
Yeah.
This is the time that we have, us as parents,
Yeah, that's
have
true.
to put in the work
Yeah.
to give them the tools and mold them,
Yeah.
so that when they do fly their coop,
Mm-hmm.
we have a little bit. They have more tools at their disposal. They're
Yep.
a lot better off mentally, physically, emotionally,
Mhm.
especially emotionally nowadays. You
Yeah.
see.
yeah.
Well, I think growing up, that was one of the things that I often joke about is like, there's times I ask Hunter, how's your day? How was school? He's like, it was good. What'd you do? I don't know.
All the time.
I get the same thing.
I still
talk.
say that. I'm like, it was all right. He's like, what do you mean it was all right? I don't know. How was school? I don't know.
Yeah.
What'd you eat for lunch?
Yeah. But then I think back, I was like, when I was a kid, I was like, no one even asked me. Like, no one even
That's
cared.
true.
They were
Yeah.
like, oh, you got home from school. You do your homework? Go do your homework. You're done? Go somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
go
outside and
anywhere
play.
but here.
Yeah.
Go outside and play.
Yeah.
So it's like such a different kind of mindset for this generation.
It is. It is.
And it's like, I've been talking about a lot about, like a kid's perspective to the parents, but from a kid to another kid, I would say let your parents parent.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to your parents. Don't just reject it. Your parents want to talk to you, talk to them. Understand them. They're not kids like you. They're not going to understand unless you talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
You got stuff going on in your life. They're never going to know that unless you say something. Whether you're ready to talk now or a year, a couple months, talk to your parents, be open with them. That's really important. Communication with your parents, your friends, it's always important. And it gets you that good relationship with your parents that a lot of kids need. And it's sad to see that kids are like, yeah, I can't tell my dad anything. He doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't listen to me. All he cares about is his business, making money. He doesn't care about me. I've never been that way with my dad. I tell my dad everything. I tell him stuff that happens with me and my friends. Like, oh, my friend did this. And he laughs at it. It's fun. And he spends a lot of time with me and my friends. The guy's like a friend of my own.
Yeah.
Like
I
the
have
other
fun with
day,
him.
he took me and the whole wrestling team. We went to Dave and Buster's. He was like a little kid in there.
we used to do that. That was our downtime.
Yeah.
When he was little, me and him used to go to Dave and Buster's.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he called me up. I was home watching some TV. He's like, Dad, where are you? I'm always on kid duty. I'm waiting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
jump up. I was like, I saw the text. I jumped up. He was like, I'm home. He was like, you want to come to Dave and Buster's? We're all here with the wrestling team. I flew there.
Yeah, he was there like that. He was like, hell yeah.
Go straight to the claw machine.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. It's, if anything, I'm gonna lose definitely $5 for a 50-cent, plushie.
But yeah, I admire that about him. He does a lot with me and my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends always tell me, dude, you have such a cool dad. I wish my dad was like that. My dad would never do that or this and that. And
But sometimes I can't
yeah.
be too cool. I have to.
Yeah, you
You got to
down
be the
the
parent
dad
first,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's important. Find the balance. Like everything in life, you got to find the balance. But yeah, it's fun. I'll tell you that. It's really fun having him around with me and my friends. We go on vacations. We go to Maryland. We take like 6 or 7 kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're a pain in the ass sometimes. It's 12 o'clock at night. My dad's, you guys got to get to bed. I can't sleep. I drove 5 hours here. Sorry, Dad. Another 3 hours. Pete, I'm serious. You guys got to get to sleep.
Yeah, after I drive 5 hours,
Yeah.
get there, and we have to sleep for 3 hours
Oh.
to go 70 miles in the ocean fishing. Yeah, Dad needs some sleep.
Oh my
Mm-hmm.
god.
Yeah, but you look back and you laugh at those times like
we
that.
do, we do.
But it's fun. It's fun having a dad that likes to spend time with their kids, and that's what's important to me.
Do you think that role that your dad has put in your life? Because I think I recall you saying earlier that a lot of other kids that you're friends with, if they go through like negative times, whether it be breakup, whether it be
Yeah.
any kind of stress, their escape is like maybe smoking weed or
Yeah.
or fucking doing other drugs or drinking
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
And do you think and for you, your escape is sort of like the gym and like
Yeah.
and that's what sort of keeps you grounded and but do you think that relationship with your dad also helps you build that trust where you know that you're sort of not on your own? Like even if you're
Yeah.
overwhelmed by something, you can go talk with him.
Yeah,
and
even
you
if
guys can work it out together.
I'm on my own, and even with my mom, I'm really open with my mom.
Mhm.
Sometimes more than him, but I'm really open with my mom too. I tell her a lot of things. She helps me out a lot, and him too. I always feel comfortable talking with him. So yeah, it definitely helps a lot. I'll tell you that it helps a lot.
And I respect that because
Yeah,
mom's very instrumental in
Yeah.
our relationship. We're very close, and he has a comfortability, and I'm thankful, grateful that he feels comfortable how they come talk to me or his mom.
yeah. Instead of turning, smoking weed and
Yeah,
hanging out
Or a
with.
stranger, it's
You know,
scary.
it's-
Yeah.
And you know what? At an early age, like I would take him. People say, "Oh, you're out of your mind." I want to teach him about drugs
Yeah.
and show
Yeah.
him firsthand.
Yeah.
Hey, this is drugs, and this is what it'll do to you. Remember, Pete?
Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad he told me what drugs were. Not go do drugs. It's know what this is. You see it, stay away from it. I think that's what parents should do. I was on a walk with my friend and his mom, and I saw a little bag of weed, and I was like, "Oh, that's a little bag of dope." And his mom was like.
Nobody wanted to hang out with
His
him.
mom was like, they called my parents and they told them, your kid said this, this, and this. And my dad was like, yeah, so?
Yeah, like where we live
Well, he
now.
knows.
But I used to take him on the way back from the gym. I said, Pete, you want to see what drugs does? I take him to Hunts Point.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
drive
Yeah.
through, and I show him. I say, hey, you see those kids over there? You know what those kids are doing? He's like that? No, those kids are what's a lookout?
Yeah.
What's this? You see that? And he was just his jaw would drop.
Sometimes me and my friends are like, Dad, you want to take us to Hunts Point
Yeah,
tonight?
I'll take him.
And
right?
even now,
Yeah.
we're like, Dad, it's Saturday. I want to go to Hunts Point at night, see what everybody's doing at night, just see how it is.
We got stuck at a red light one day, and all of a sudden this guy came. He was stark naked,
Oh god.
messed out.
Uh-huh.
All he has construction
Typical
boots.
Bronx
Yeah.
behavior.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like, what you doing? Which is, I stay calm, windows up, doors are
Yeah.
locked,
Yeah.
and just banging on people's. This is why you don't
Really?
do drugs. But I'd
Yeah.
rather him learn it from me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
instead
yeah,
of-
And let him see first, because people are like, oh, you're crazy to take him out and see it. Let him see. I want him to see it.
That's the
Like,
reality, though,
seeing
of the
on
world,
TV
though.
is different than
Yeah.
opening a newspaper or learning
Yeah.
at school.
I would sit down with him when I was 7 years old watching shows about like drugs and
Cops.
cops and now that I know, I see these things a lot, drinking and smoking. I see it a lot. I see a bunch of friends partying and drinking, and I pick my friends. So, and that's the thing about parents. I think let your kids grow, but inform them. Tell them what this, and this is, what will happen, and that's what he did. I know what drugs are. I know what alcohol does to you. I haven't touched any of it, and I don't plan on it. And I'm living a happy life right now. I got my fighting family. I got such close friends. I have a really good girlfriend who's really good to me. And I know it's probably hard for my parents to see, oh, my son has a girlfriend, whatever.
It's part of
Yeah.
it's part of the course. It's like part of
Yeah,
growing
but-
up.
But you know what? He does a good balance.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
do. Because, I got to be there for my girlfriend through tough times, whatnot. And she helps me a lot actually with my fighting,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what my parents love about her. She is there for me always at training. She's always, oh, how was training today? At my fight, I looked at her. She was smiling the whole time. She
Mm-hmm.
asked me about everything, how everything's going. And my mom loves her, which is great. I'm happy about that. So does my dad. So yeah, it's finding a balance between everything. My girlfriend, my family, my friends. I had wrestling, Muay Thai. It was wake up, go for a run in the morning, 5:30. Get ready for school at 7:30. Go to school. Boring. Yeah. Go from wrestling from 3:30 to 5:20, 5:30. Go down to training.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't get home till 10:30. Some days I'm shot. That's the time I get on the car ride home to talk with my dad, because I get home, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I eat, go to bed, I'll FaceTime my girlfriend for 20 minutes, wake up, do the same thing every day. So it's hard to find the balance, but you can always do it if you're willing to. That's the biggest thing with me is I can do a lot of things. It's going to be tough, but if I'm willing to do it, I'll do it. And that's what he's always taught me, You have to want something, for sure. But
That's amazing. I feel like
Yeah.
that kind of dedication and that kind of work ethic
Yeah.
is very rare amongst adults, but even more so amongst like a 15-year-old.
and I wish I saw it more, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I have friends that train and they go out and they still party, smoke, and drink, But it's hard to find that, and that's why I appreciate my parents for guiding me in this direction. I love it, I don't want to do all this bad stuff. I don't want to get into trouble. Yeah, I go ding dong ditch houses or whatnot. I have fun with my friends. Stupid stuff like that.
Taking notes.
Yeah. But I'm not doing bad stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
I always tell him, you have to stay hungry.
Yeah.
Everything in life. Even when you get to that point in your life where you've made it in anything, not just like,
Hold on, Mike, a little closer.
not just monetarily wise, and just stay hungry. It's your
Yeah.
greatest motivator.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I remind him, remember when you were up and coming and you wanted to win, you wanted the title. How
Yeah.
hungry were you?
I lost so many times and I still kept going. My first win was in a USMTO when I was really little. I was like hundreds age. And the smile on my face, oh my gosh. I was like, yeah, I won. And I was back at that gym that Monday and I just wanted more and more and more. And I think that's what screwed me over my last couple fights. I was just taking fights just to take them. I had my belt. It was whatever. But now I feel like I'm back on track. My life is going very well right now. Doing good in school right now. I'm good. I have a good mindset.
That's amazing.
Like I'm hungry for more. Like we have the USA like Grand Nationals. So I'm going there. I'm going to fight. It's not for a title or anything, but I still want more. I want to win. I want to win more and more and more. I want to see what I could do to get better at it. And that's the thing, being a son too. You want to be a good son for your parents, because a lot of kids they neglect their parents. They don't care about them. Oh yeah, thanks Dad, give me $20, whatever. Say, yeah, Dad, you want to give me $5 to go buy ice cream with my friends? You want to come with us? Like he enjoys that stuff. I know he does. And I'm like, I text him randomly like, hey Dad, what's up? And then I know he likes talking about things that he likes, like work. He likes talking about work. I'm like, hey Dad, how was work? He was like, oh, it was good, this, and this, and I know it makes him happy. So I try to be a good son for my dad and my mom.
I appreciate it.
I check up on my mom a lot too. I really care for my mom. Like I do whatever I can to make her happy. The other day I just bought her flowers randomly because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do something nice for her. She does a lot for me, and nothing I do can pay her back fully. So I just, for kids out there, it's just check up on your parents, see how they're doing. Just talk about their days too, and it goes vice versa. So it goes hand in hand. But
And God,
Yeah,
we're very much into
yeah.
God, and religion's a big part of our lives.
And I think a lot of people aren't religious, and that's okay. I'm not going to judge anybody based off religion, whatever. But me personally, I believe in God a lot, and I believe that He helps me through all my struggles. I go home, I'm struggling with something, fighting, the girlfriend, my parents are arguing with me sometimes. It happens. It's always going to happen.
Then he'll say, Dad, can we go to church?
Yeah. And I'm trying to get my girlfriend more involved with God too, because I want to take her to church with me and my families. I'm trying to get her more involved in stuff. We've been dating for 2 years.
Oh wow.
And I haven't taken her to church once. So I was like, you know what? Let me just change my lifestyle a little bit. I like to get more involved in my religion. And when I see people out there, like my friends, they're like, oh, yeah, I believe in God. I want to, do good for God. And you go out the same night, party, smoke, and drink. It's like you say this, but you do that. So it's, and God forgives all. And everybody makes mistakes in life. A lot of people correct them, but some don't. And that's what I try to tell my friends. You don't want to do all this crap and you fall off the wrong track. And I have friends that are such good athletes in other sports and they do good. And I see them smoking. And then I see them go play football and they're over there trying to catch their breath. I'm like, I told you so. But it's, I really do think that God helps me in a lot of situations. And he's the one that always is like, Pete, make sure we're going to go to church this weekend. So, yeah, a lot of my life has to do with God. I pray a lot. I pray every night and day now. I'm on the phone with my girlfriend. I pray.
And that's one of the tools that we were speaking earlier that we've taken the way we've grown up, you and I, Pete and Brian, in our past generation, and how we were raised, and we can take that and implement that, like the religious aspect, like for myself, because religion was a big part of my childhood.
And you guys are Catholic or Christian or
Orthodox? I was
Christian Orthodox.
Christian Orthodox.
He's
Mainly
Greek,
Orthodox.
Greek Orthodox, so.
Greek Orthodox or
Greek Orthodox.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Peter was baptized when he was born Orthodox, but you know what? There aren't that many Orthodox churches around us.
And I knew it. Yeah, there's
It's
like
the most
nothing up
similar
there.
religion. We only have two differences, which is the Easter day that it falls on.
Yeah. But it's
They
nice. So I get 2 Easters.
Two Easters,
We're
yeah.
not-
That's it.
you get Greaster.
Yeah.
Easter and Greaster.
Like I have my girlfriend come over for Greek Easter, and my dad will tell her about all the stories what they do with the lambs and Greece and crazy stuff. But yeah, it's nice though. I like to involve myself with God, and I'm trying to do that a lot more now because I never think you can do that enough. Just like anything in life, you can't be a good enough dad. You got to do more. You can't be a good enough son. There's always something else to do. In school, you can't be a good enough student. There's always something that you can do to be better. And even for anybody who doesn't believe in religion, that's fine. It's just going out and being a good person too. A lot of people like out in the street, they don't care. Like they don't care. You bump into them. Oh, sorry. They go, oh, go fuck yourself or whatever. It's not all that now.
Yeah.
It's sad to see. The world is what it is. But for me, faith has a lot to do with everything that I do. So it's hard to make time for everything that I do.
I know.
Let me tell you, and I have shoulder problems, and I try to make appointments for recovery. And I'm like,
we even have the hairstylist. She comes to the house.
yeah,
That's funny.
and, it's
We love her, Mrs. Sue.
yeah, it's a lot. Like I'm busy Monday through Saturday, and Sunday is like today. I'll go home. I'll hang out with my girlfriend on Sunday. I rest. We watch movies. That's it. It's the only day I like being lazy. Sundays, and the next Sunday I'll go to church. She'll come over, watch movies, whatever. My mom will cook us dinner. We'll have family dinner. But Monday through Saturday, it's work. And I like that. It keeps me busy.
I think it takes like a lot of emotional maturity to keep all that stuff in balance. It's just like even realize what you need to do for yourself, for your parents, for your girlfriend, just for things that you want to do for your own goals, in your life.
It's very impressive, I have to say. Like
It is.
Yeah, I couldn't have done it without,
And you know
guidance.
what? Like I'm sitting here, I'm listening to all this, and I'm saying, Pete, because of you, we're all here in this room. If you didn't do what you did, I wouldn't have met Pete where I met him.
We were just talking about this the other day.
I wouldn't
That's
have
a
been
good point.
to
Yeah.
the places like my wife and I would never say, "Hey, let's get on a plane and go to Malaysia."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Iowa.
He likes traveling, so I'm like, whenever I get the opportunity, my coach says, Pete, there's gonna be a fight here. You want to take it? And I'm like, I don't tell my dad first because I know he likes traveling. I'm like, yeah, sure. Where is it? And he was like, Iowa, and I was like, shit, there's literally nothing to do in Iowa. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it. And I was
We
like,
always make the best of it.
yeah,
right?
I was like, Dad, we're going to Iowa. We get there. Dude, I tell you, the hotel was a nice hotel. You look out the window, cornfields after cornfields after cornfields.
But he still found the place. I bought him the rod, and we did go fishing.
Yeah.
So we do stuff like that.
Yeah, I
right?
like doing all that.
That's awesome.
Especially now, we have land upstate. We were just up there. I like going with my friends. I like to take my girlfriend. I took her to shoot her first deer, and I want to take my mom next year. But I like doing all that adventurous stuff. I like being outdoors. But that stuff's fun to me.
Yeah.
Like we're going down to the Keys to go fishing in a couple weeks, and it means a lot to me because we do it as a family.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'm not just going alone. Yeah, he lets me have my alone time, you know. It's whatever. But I'm like, hey, Dad, you want to come in the mountain with me? You want to go riding with me? I'm like, Mom, you want to come hunting with me? I try to include them in things that I do. And I still have time for myself, my girlfriend, my friends. And I take my friends up a lot.
But
We
it's
go
hard for
upstate.
Mom, too, because
Yeah.
a lot of this is centralized around, like, boy stuff.
Yeah.
Like, he'll pass the invite to Mom to go
Yeah.
hunting. Mom's not going hunting.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, Mom, you want to come hunting? And
I'm just gonna cut this steak over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like
You
it's
guys-
just like 4 degrees. You'll be fine. She's like, oh, I think I'll stay home. I'm like, yes. But yeah, I like doing a lot of things with my family. It's fun to me. A lot of kids don't do that. They just hang out with their friends. And
Yeah.
that's that's respectable. I like hanging out with my friends a lot too. But
Well, I think having that good, solid family unit
Yeah.
plays
Yeah.
probably a big part in
it does.
in your life, and gives you like a strong foundation to build on your life, and that probably is in essence why you're able to build so much at at a young age. Is like you have
Yeah.
this strong family structure.
Yes.
You know you're on solid ground. You can build up from there.
Yeah, it's when you go to the fights, right? You hear a lot of people, after their fights, they win. They're like, "Oh, I couldn't have done this without God and my family." And sometimes I wonder, when they say they couldn't have done without family, how much do they really do with their family? I wonder if like the kids that I see that fight, they're like, "Oh, thank you to my family." I wonder if because you never know what goes on behind closed doors. So I wonder if they're just saying that because everybody else says it, or if they're really close with their family, and that's something that I wonder about.
Yeah.
And when I say that, I'm like, yeah, thank you to my family. I can't do it without them. I mean that. Like, I can't get to Queens every day. I can't drive yet. So,
You're like pretty soon.
yeah, even when I do drive, Dad, can you take me to Queens today?
I know I'll be driving.
Dad, can you take me and my friends here? I don't want to drive, whatever. But, so he does that aspect of it. And then my mom, she's good support for me. I get home, she has beautiful dinner ready for me. She'll make all my appointments or my physical therapy, and she does all that mom stuff,
Yeah.
My dad's like, all right, Pete, let's go get our asses kicked at the gym now. But yeah, I really couldn't have done anything without my family, and that's what I think about. Do they really think about their family when they fight? Because some people I see that I know, they go fight, and I see their parents aren't even there.
Oh wow,
And
that's
It is.
sad.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
and even with my wrestling friends, it's like, I get it, your parents are away, they have work or whatnot, but like with the fighting, it's like, you train your ass off for months, and it's hard. It's a lot of mental struggles too. It's not just tough work. It's a lot of mental struggle to be mentally prepared. You can't go in a fight thinking, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. You also can't go there saying, I'm gonna kill this dude, I'm gonna rip his head off. I go in a fight, I'm like, you know what, I'm confident in myself, I know I'm gonna beat this guy, that's it. But yeah, it's sad to see. Like one of my good friends, I never see his parents there. He tells me, my parents, sometimes they don't want to come to my fights, they don't really care for it. But it's sad. And I know you care for Hunter a lot with his baseball, but it's good that Hunter has those tools that he does with Muay Thai, because eventually maybe he'll come back. That'll be awesome.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. We'll
Yeah,
see.
you can't force the kid to come back though. You can always talk to him, say, "Hey, maybe you go here."
But look,
here.
he's doing something.
Yeah, he's doing
Yeah.
something he
He's
loves.
doing-
That's
Yeah.
important with any parent. Make sure your kid's doing something that they love. Make sure your kid's happy. Spend time with your kid, and just check up on your kid. Spend that time with them. Spend good quality family time together. I think that's the most important thing for being a good parent.
Yeah.
Spending good quality time and making sure you know your kid. Like I said earlier, make sure you know your kids. Parents like, yeah, I know my kids. And meanwhile, the kids are struggling with depression. It happens a lot. I see it a lot in my school, and it's sad. And sometimes I'm walking to school and I could just see it. I could see, I know that their parents, they don't give a shit about them. And that's why I'm grateful to be on here, so I could, advertise to other parents and other children, just try to find little things to improve on every day. Spend that quality time with them. But I see you spend a lot of time with Hunter, so that's inspirational. I know he admires that too.
Thank you. I mean,
But
I have to say, I think
Always.
like, you know, being at the gym, you see the other parents.
Yeah.
I think your dad, I've like learned from your dad as well. So thank you for that.
I always used to tell my wife, I was like we're one of a kind. I see. Like I said earlier, I always wanted to say, you know, why is Pete there all the time? You know, like me, I'm there all the time. There's very few of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I respect that. And it's like, you know, here we are. You know,
I mean, I think I mean, there's no perfect parent. I think we all make mistakes. I lose my temper. I do this or that. But I feel like I try to be present. I feel like I try to be there, and like, you know, and
it'll
sometimes
be nice
you know,
to see that gym filled up with more dads.
Yeah.
It
More,
would. Yeah.
You know?
Even as a kid, you know, I see these kids training their asses off, and there's tough kids in our gym, and I feel like if their parents just got a little more involved in their lives, not just the gym life, but in their full lives, that they would be so much better.
Yeah.
Like me, I feel like if my dad wasn't there in the gym with me all the time, I don't know, I would feel like not happy in the gym. That's the thing. Whenever you do something in life, you gotta want to do it, and you gotta be happy for it. Hunter likes baseball. That's amazing. He's happy doing it. You know, that's what parents should care about. What is your kid happy doing, and how can you make sure that they stay happy? Like he always does. He's like, Pete, you need anything when you train? I'm like, yeah, a little sip of water would be nice. But like when I go training, he gets there, he sits in his little corner when I spar, takes some videos, and that's it. I'm like, Dad, I need my water now. And, but I'm like, Dad, you can send me the videos of training, so we'll go home, watch the videos of training, spend that little quality time together. And it's the little things that matter, you know? Just checking in on family. I text random family members. I text my brothers-in-laws, my sister-in-laws, my brothers. I say, how you guys doing today? You know, how are the kids doing and everything? And I'll text people I haven't spoken to in so long. I have a friend I haven't spoken to in a couple of years, and I just texted him. I was like, how's it going, you know? Make sure you're checking in on people because, you know, they're going to do the same on you. So when you're struggling, you know, you get that hand-in-hand type of thing.
Yeah.
But he's actually taught me that a lot. Always respect your parents because they're the ones that do everything for you, hopefully.
Well, I think in general, I feel like, and something that I always admire about you is like, I think there's a lot of parents at the gym and there's different personalities, but I think you're always one that's like, you and Cindy, now I don't exclude Cindy, who are just kind and warm to everyone. You know, like there's no, I feel like sometimes that the parents are like, oh, I don't like her, I don't like him, I don't like that guy, I don't like that guy. And I'm like, I don't know them well enough to not like them. I just like, you know.
Yeah.
And with you, like you and Cindy are just warm and kind. I remember at USMTO, you and Cindy were like just kind to everyone and made everyone, and you really felt like it was like you guys had been there before, you had the experience, but you like embraced and like included everyone in this experience, and it was brand new for me. I mean, like I never experienced that kind of event before. I didn't know what to expect. I was fucking nervous as hell.
Yeah, I was happy that you guys were. I told my wife, "This is great. Look, other parents here supporting that was a big step.
Yeah,
that you guys took just to take your children, put them in a competition like that, and for them to walk out, and fight in front of strangers, hundreds of strangers. It's a big deal. That age, you know, and you as a parent as well. You know, to allow that and give them that platform.
Yeah, it was a big moment for Hunter. I mean, and he ended up losing that fight, but I was still proud of him. Like, yo, you went out and like you did the best that you could.
He lost, but he gained tenfold.
Exactly. That's to me, a loss is still always a win, no matter what. As long as you learn something, it's always a win.
And I think the other thing that you and I have spoken about is like the bonds they make. Like Ricky's family. I'm like, they're one of the, I genuinely love that family. They're all like amazing fucking people. And even now to this day, Hunter and Ricky are still tight. Like they have this bond.
That's good to see.
That that they still hang out, they still play together. They don't see each other as much as they used to, but every so often I'll go pick Ricky up. I'm like, all right, come on. And even Ricky's dad, who passed away, Ricardo, who him and I became very close.
We was shocked.
Yeah, it was like really sad that that he passed away, but they still have that bond, and I feel like it's one of the things that I feel like transcends. Like they don't go to the same school, they're not even the same age. They don't. We don't even live in Astoria anymore. We live in Forest Hills now, but they still hang out with each other. They still play with each other. They're still tight, and it was like that bond of like, and that's to me, I think one of the best parts. And I tell Joanne, Ricky's grandma, and I tell Nancy, one of the best parts of like the Seton experience is like learning, for seeing Hunter do his thing, but also meeting these amazing other parents and families like you guys, Ricky's family, like just these good families who are just like that. The way they're doing it resonates with me, and I see, and I'm learning from them, and and they're becoming a part of my life as well.
It's a great experience, Sometimes my wife, she says to me, "Oh, you talk too much." Like sometimes, like I say, she's like, maybe they don't want to be bothered. Maybe they want to watch their kid or whatever. I'm like, they're new. I want to introduce myself and let them know how this works. And
that was one of the things. I think when I was sort of new, I was there for a little while, and then like you introduced yourself, and then we came. We started talking. Other parents, what's funny is I always joke. There's like some parents there who I've seen them for like years and never said anything to them, and like vice versa. Like they like pretend that I didn't even exist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and I want to say hi, but I'm like, and I'm by nature, I'm sort of a little shy to begin with.
Yeah.
I think like I'm not really like outbound, that extroverted. Yeah. But once if you and I have a meaningful conversation, then I'm like, all right, cool. Like once we break the ice, I'm like genuine. I'll be warm and kind of, if I feel that same reciprocated to me, then I'm the same way.
Yeah.
But I was like, there's one parent, I swear to God, I was like, someone's out. I spoke to that person. I was like, no, I've seen that person here for years. They've never even looked at me.
It's amazing, right?
Yeah.
Not even a head nod, like
not even nothing. Not even anything.
It's just like,
yeah.
Even in the gym, there's kids that I see that, I'm cool with a lot of kids, but I have no idea. Like, I've never talked to them. I have no idea what they're like, but I've seen them for the past 10 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, and I take the adults class. I'm like, I see these people and they say hi to me. I'm like, geez, I forgot this dude's name. He never said hi to me in his life, and now he says hi to me. And I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, what's up? And it's just like, you see so many people, but you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
But then I see when I first met you, I saw you a few times. I'm like, wow, he's coming here all the time. He's bringing his son. He's, and then a lot of people don't talk, or for whatever reasons they're shy or whatever. And I says, he looks like a nice guy. Let me. It's like being in a prison.
I mean, I'm kind of an asshole, but it's fine.
No, you were.
No.
Let me show him the ropes. No.
Yeah. But yeah, what we did, I think, because it's a hard thing to navigate, and you don't really know, and it's not like I had that much experience being in that situation, being like the parent of a kid in that in an environment like that. So you sort of you sort of now have to learn how to navigate through those.
And I said to my wife one day, she's like, sometimes, don't you think people think that you're rude or what? I says, no, I want to be the level of the voice of comfort, so to speak.
Trust me, there's no one in the gym that would ever equate you and rude ever. I'm like, that is, I think, everyone that I know that knows you and Cindy always say you guys are like the nicest, warmest people in the gym.
Be good, thank you. She would she'll look at somebody and be like, why are you talking to him? He doesn't look like he wants to be bothered. You talk too much. Just.
I feel like that's like a New York thing. Like if you live in the bros, you're like, people don't talk to each other. They're like,
no.
Like, what the fuck you want?
Yeah. And I say, well, it's different. Kids are up there. We got to talk. We got to support each other.
Yeah, I remember one time when I was in the gym and I was a little bummed out. You flipped out on me one time because I did bad on 2 tests in a row, and you lost your temper, and it is what it is. You live and you learn, but I was like, yeah, my dad just yelled at me, blah, blah, blah. And Kat was like, your dad yelling at you? And I was like, oh, yeah, it was scary. And she was like, your dad's so nice. And I was like, yeah, not to me when I get a bad grade. And I was so grumpy that day. I was like 10 years old. But, yeah.
But it's different, P. Like, look, it's not a regular gym. You're not taking your kids, dropping them off at, a typical, like you see advertised, a Tiger Showman's or like a Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Cobra Kai.
The trainers Aziz is very, he loves what he does. And he takes it serious. A lot of kids don't. So sometimes they're like, why? I feel it's my solemn duty that I've been here for so long.
Yeah.
Let me kind of like break them in what to expect. But he does it in a kind way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Aziz also is one of the few things that even now, like Hunter's playing baseball, but the coaches are like so indifferent. They're like, they have 25 kids, like whatever. I mean, he has a few coaches that are good. I mean, that are more personable. He was a parent, like, hey, what's up? But Aziz will go and say hi to every single parent that's there, shake their hand.
Have a conversation.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, how is your daughter's dance recital? Like, he's that's the good thing about a coach like that. He likes his job and he likes to have that interaction with a lot of people, and he knows so many people. Oh my gosh. We were in Thailand and he's like, oh, Pete, meet my friend. I'm like, who the hell is this? He's like, oh, I've known him for like 40 years. I know him for like another 15. It's that social interaction that he has with people.
Well, I think the gym also, it creates like a family. Like, it feels like a family.
It's a family environment.
It's not just a business.
It's like a Seton family.
Yeah.
And even with Hunter not being there, I still consider him family, you know?
Thank you.
For you guys, known you guys for so long. And Ricky too, I haven't seen him, but I don't really go to the kids' class too much because I get there a little late because of school. But
and now Ellie comes at night sometimes.
Yeah,
I
I
see
see
her
Joanne.
there.
I used to miss seeing Joanne there. She'd be like, "This is our coffee shop."
Yeah.
You know.
I always wonder how it was for. Let me ask you a question. How is it for you, or both you actually, as a father, watching your kids fight? I never really ask you this.
It's hard. I feel like initially when Hunter started at Seton, so I mean, I initially, like I said, I did jiu-jitsu for almost 10 years. So I brought, and I know, the professor or the owner of the gym on the Hensel Gracie School, Magno, I know him from the Hensel School in the city.
Wow.
So I known him for a long time, and so I brought Hunter there. Hunter had zero interest. He was there, and he was very, very shy. And then I brought him to Seton, and like I told Joel's one of the first person I met. I'm like, he's really shy, he doesn't really talk, he's really withdrawn. Bro, he went in and that was it. He was like, he's shy, he was running around laughing.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then that's it. We were just there. And then at some point, I mean, I never thought that he was going to be like, doing tournaments. I thought he was like just so little. And then one day, I guess when Petey and some other people, I think we watched some of the fights, like, oh, can I do the tournament? I was like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know. Ask Joel, ask Aziz. So I was like, I don't know if you can do it. And then I thought about it, and I thought to myself, like, how am I going to, because I know how I am. Like, I kind of grew up rougher. Like, I have no problem getting to a fist fight in the street. Like, I've been in plenty of fights. I'm like, fuck fuck you. And I'm like, how am I going to react if I see some other kid whooping the shit out of my son? I'm like, am I going to be like a parent? Like, oh, fuck you.
Catch you outside in the garage.
Because I'm like, so I was like, I wasn't sure how I was going to react. And at USMTO, I was genuinely like scared. I was like, felt nervous, and it's hard because
It's natural.
yeah, it's a natural like inclination you have to protect your children, but now they're in their sport where someone is trying to they're
them.
literally trying to hurt them.
That's their job, yeah.
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 And so it's hard. So it takes a while for me, it took a little while to sort of like get desensitized to that and be like okay with it. I think seeing all the sparring they did in the gym and that kind of training helped desensitize me, but it's still like, there's still times where it doesn't feel good. I feel
you
like
get that pit in your stomach.
yeah,
right, Pete?
I don't like if he gets hit a little too hard. I'm like ooh, and I take it I'm like oh
I can see that.
so it's hard. It's like seeing someone you love get hurt, and then your natural inclination is to you want to protect them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is hard. I think now it maybe became easier over the years, but it's still it still doesn't feel good.
It'll never go away, Pete.
Yeah.
It eased up for me because I see him train with him all the time. So I know what he's capable of, what he's not capable of, and seeing him grow and the level that he's at, it eases it for me. Not 100%, because even with your wrestling,
Yeah, well, hold on.
my heart rate's going. My
I
friend's
was just
like, "You
about to
all right,
say that.
dude?" He's like, "What's the matter?" It's like abnormal heart rate detected. Also, it happens all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
When my son fights and wrestles, he's like, "Dude, your heart rate's 120 something BP."
And I wasn't even up. I said 4 matches to go, and he was saying, "I was like, Pete, I get nervous when you wrestle." I'm like, "You get nervous when I wrestle, and your heart rate's going this fast, but when I fight, and I'm
Yeah, it's different.
beating the shit out of people, it's like, yeah, that's my son. It's yeah,
He
he's
got
just-
it. He got
just
it.
got
He's
hit in the
good.
face. He's fine."
I think you get used to it.
Yeah.
You sort of get desensitized to it. But now it's like this new. I'm sure wrestling is still sort of new, so
Yeah.
you haven't built that I feel like it's almost like a callus you have to build
Yeah,
on your.
just gotta get over
Now
it.
he's been planting a seed, and he's asked me quite a few times. Even Mom said, "Where's he going with this?" Like he even
MMA?
asked me before, on the way down here. Dad, I'm thinking about the Navy SEALs.
Oh wow!
I'll
Okay.
tell you, right?
Yeah, I think sometimes like, what do I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
Like a part of me wants to continue with a family business. I think that's where I'm gonna be, but cause I like what he does. He has his freedom. He gets to spend time with me. That's what I want to do with my kids. So it interests me. And I was thinking, I was like, I watch all these cool TV shows. I watch SWAT. I'm like, damn, I want to be badass like that. And it's interesting to watch this, but yeah, I just wonder what I want to do. And
But if you want to do your MMA
Yeah.
career and you want to go, you have to do that
That's-
first.
that's the thing. Like I do so many things. I'm like, shit. What am I gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think I want to go with the business because I still have my father to guide me through it. At the same time, I still get to continue my Muay Thai, which is, I think I want to do MMA.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not yet. Maybe when I'm a little older, because the wrestling helps a lot. And you know, MMA, you see now UFC is the biggest promotion in
Yeah,
the world
in
for
the world.
fighting. You see one championship.
One-
A lot of the one championship kickboxing guys, they don't get as much recognition as the UFC guys,
Yeah, of
like
course.
Conor McGregor, John Jones.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, it's what you really want to do. It's
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm more into the MMA because I want to branch out.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing Muay Thai for so long, doesn't mean I'm going to stop, but just want to add on, you know? It's always good to know, get into street fight and how to beat the shit out of somebody on the ground.
Yeah. Well, I did jiu-jitsu, but I think
Yeah.
wrestling is much different, I think. But now you have like a striking base. And then when I knew like initially when that's what you did wrestling, I was like, oh yeah, it's only a matter of time before, Peter's like, I'm gonna branch into MMA. I'm like, it's a natural progression.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, one, because the opportunities are so much more vast than they are in Muay Thai or kickboxing. It's like you're so limited. And you have like all these promotions. I mean, of course, UFC is the biggest,
Sure.
like fighting, organization in the world.
And he's friends with one of the top coaches, Henry Hoof.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he
Down at
has
Kill Cliff. So
A lot of guys down
we go
there.
down there all the time, and Henry is a gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's like, Peter's been going down there for I don't know how many years since he's
Since
7, 8 years old, right?
Yeah, I've been going down there for almost 10 years.
Yeah.
And
8
he's
years.
like, this gym is always open to him,
Mm-hmm.
anytime, any day. And he texts him, he speaks to him, advice or whatever. And
Yeah. So I think that is something that I definitely am going to look into.
Mm-hmm.
and he's always encouraging. He's saying, hey, listen. He never says, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Always encouraging. Pete, what are you going to do? He said to me, I says, Henry, what do I do with Peter? He's like, what does he want to do? I said, you want to stay in the sport? I says, yes. He's like, well, my advice to you is put him to do wrestling. If he's going to go do MMA, have him do wrestling first before
Yeah.
anything else.
And I did BJJ for a little bit. I did it with Sergio. I did it for one of the gyms up by me. I didn't really like it. But when I did it with Sergio, it was fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't bad at it. I was decent. Like, I knew enough to hold my own.
Mm-hmm.
So if I just do BJJ, I know a couple people that I could go and roll with here and there, like a couple days a week. I think that it'll really help. And I think that I do have a good shot with UFC. That's why.
And when
I
you're
wanna-
ready, Pete, you build yourself.
Yeah.
You get the tools
Yeah.
now. You
Yeah.
have top-notch coaches.
And
Aziz, Henry, Rami.
like you said before, I'm a man of my word. If I say something and I want to do it, I'll get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, like, in 10 years from now, if I want that UFC belt, I'll get it.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely will.
I definitely think that's very possible. Like
Yeah.
it's a good, very high probability. I'm like,
Like I said, can't do anything without my father.
We have it on record now.
I know.
Exactly.
Now
I'm like,
you
and this
have
podcast
to.
in the archives when you're NC champion. I'm like, remember when we had Peter Anagnostidis?
But here we are. Like, what's funny is we're talking about all this, and the other thing too, I like to add, like we have our children, all these sports and everything. Look at the coaching, the coaches, and not just that they're great coaches, they're great individuals because they keep our kids influenced, they keep them anchored, and look at the impact they have on our children's lives.
Yeah.
And I'm very grateful and thankful for his coaches and
Yeah.
the relationships that we have with them.
I wouldn't want it any other way. My lifestyle, I love it.
Yeah.
There's always things to change, things to improve on, but I think I'm on the right path, and I hope I stay on that path and have my parents to guide me through it. But
There's no handbook, guys, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
No.
There's-
I don't think there ever will be one, right? I mean, I think what you guys are doing today is great.
yeah.
Mhm.
And
This is the closest thing to a handbook.
and I got a question
Yep.
actually for all three of you. What do you guys think personally is the most important thing to you about being a father? Like, what's special about it to you?
I think there's a lot. I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's like, I feel like the most important thing to me is to help my son become a decent person. I don't know, I don't care if he's a millionaire, become super successful. I want him to be a decent person. Well, actually, that decent with a good work ethic.
Good.
But just to be decent, I think is the most important thing. I think I want him to be better than me. And I feel like, and I said it before and I said it on the podcast, I feel like he deserves a better father than I am, but I'm trying to become that. And I hope that I succeed enough to give him a decent foundation. So like when I'm gone, he can excel or, like excel or surpass me in some way. And that's it. I feel like there's things like, I want my son to be this. I want my son to be a doctor. I was like, I don't care. As long as you're happy and you're a decent person in the world, that's all I care about.
That's key.
Yeah. I would agree with all of that, Pete. And I think for me, it's like, I want my son to be just a good person. I want to be there for my son when he needs me. And I want to give him that foundation so that when he goes out into the world, he's a good person. He's kind to everyone. I've got a lot of people that are like, yo, you're so kind. You're so nice in this. And I was like, well, I mean, it's natural for me to be like that. But also if you look at the people around you and, you grow up in NYC, you grow up rough. But just be a good person, keep a level head on your shoulder. And I just always want to be there for my kid. I was like, when you're out in this world and you think about the things that I've done for you and you sort of pass that on to your own children in the future, then I know, and perhaps I'll realize that I've done a good job. But I'm trying my best at it right now.
That's good. Yeah. What about you?
I always say it. How many times did you hear me say, I don't want you to be like Dad. I want you to be better than Dad.
Yeah.
And that means the world to me.
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. You're very humble. He's got a loving and caring heart. And, that's what I want to grow him to see. I don't want him to be a mean person. I don't want him to be, he can be rough when he needs to be, but I want him to enjoy life, be happy.
Yeah. Because I feel like there's a lot of shitheads in the world.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Even even at the gym or wherever I see even a lot of kids, I'm like, that kid's kind of a shithead.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why. And I realized I don't want that to be what Hunter becomes and who he is. And also one of the things most important I tell him is it's easy to do the right thing when everyone's looking. When you're gonna get a pat on the shoulder, when you're gonna be someone's gonna be like, yeah, you did a good job. It's immensely harder to do the right thing when there's no accolades.
Exactly.
There's no one's looking. No, you're not gonna
That's
get a pat
the
on
real
the back.
work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was like, and that's the real test of someone's character.
Yep.
I'm like, when you do the right thing, when no one's gonna congratulate you for it. You're just doing the right thing, and it's gonna be harder to do it, but you're still gonna do it.
And I think that goes for a lot of things in life too, like in training, in sports, work, and in business. Work hard when nobody's watching, when nobody's paying attention, either when nobody cares you or whatnot. Work hard then, like in fighting, nobody's watching. I'm going to the gym. I feel alone and I feel centered. Nothing else. Going to work hard, and then I go fight, and then I show everybody. That's a really important thing I think that you brought up.
Yeah. So actually, there's one thing I did want to ask. Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted your question, Brian?
No, after what I was going to say is, so I think we're going to take a quick commercial break for all our sponsors.
Yeah.
When we get back, I have the question about the bear. Because I've heard a story about the bear.
I was going to ask also
I
about
need
the bear.
to hear from your lips.
Yeah.
So on that note,
yeah.
we'll take a break and we'll be back in a few.
Okay.
And we're back.
And we're back. Thank you. Shout out to all our sponsors, whoever they are in the future. But yeah, so right before we took the break, I had a question about this story that I've heard about, which to me it sounded amazing when Big Pete told me, and now Little Pete is going to tell me.
Oh, geez. So, I'm an adventurous kid, and I love to hunt. I just got into it a couple years ago. Nobody in my family hunts or anything like that. Usually it's like, I hunt it with my grandpa. And me and my friends just do it. And I'm actually starting my own little channel, I guess, an Instagram just to promote it. So I was trying to help my friend shoot his first deer. And this was a year ago. And we're sitting there and I'm like, damn, I'm not seeing shit at this spot. So I was like, Dad, can you take us to this other place? And he's like, yeah, all right, let's go, Pete. We go, we get dropped off. We're sitting against a tree. He has his bow. And I'm not killing anything, so I'm pretty bored. I'm on my phone. And I was watching The Purge. I was bored. I was like, you know what? I want to watch a horror movie. Let me watch The Purge. And I'm sitting there on my phone.
Is this in the morning, by the way?
So we hunted in the morning, didn't see anything, and then like afternoon, evening, we went to a different spot.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we're sitting there for like 3 hours, and I'm like, his name's Jack. So I'm like, Jack, there's a buck like 80 yards down. Just sit here, just wait. Then it just went the other way. Didn't give a shit about us. So it went the other way. He was pissed off. We sat. It was gonna be dark in like an hour. We're sitting, and he's like, Peter. And I'm like, what? He's like, I'm gonna shoot it. And I was like, shoot it. And I'm thinking it's a deer. He's like, no. It's a bear. It's a bear. You have to shoot it. And I was like, the fuck do you mean a bear? We're in We're in a little town. There's no bears here. He's like, there's a bear. And I'm like, yeah, just shoot it. And I'm thinking he's saying like deer. He's adrenaline. He's like, Peter, please, just look. It's a bear. I turn around. There's a bear just staring at me. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna shoot it. I shot the bear, and it ran like 100 yards. And
With an arrow. No
Yeah.
I was
Bow
gonna
and
ask, was it a
arrow,
gun or arrow? Bow and arrow.
I kill most of my things with bow and arrow. I do like rifle hunting sometimes upstate, but bow and arrow. I shot it, and if I could always get a second shot in just to make things a lot quicker, less suffering, all that. I was like, all right, let me put a second shot in. Second time I shot it, it ran 30 feet up a tree in maybe 3 seconds. Like,
Yo.
it was insane. I shot it, and Jack's like, holy shit, there's a bear in the tree. And there's a video of it. I shot it, and it was in the tree. Oh, dude, it was...
Oh, wow. Oh, that is incredible. Oh, you got to see that, man.
Oh wow!
Yo, it just like falls out the tree.
Yeah.
You have to send me that video.
Yo.
Oh,
And
man.
then I'm home relaxing, right? I'm waiting for him to call me, pick me up. So on the phone rings, he's like, Dad, what are you doing? I knew something was up. I was like, Pete, I'm home. He's like, all right, Dad, check this out. I'm like, he's like, don't get mad. So right away, once he says, don't get mad,
You already know.
I sit up. He's like, Dad, you got to come here. We got a bear. I said, no, you guys are messing with me. He's like, look at your phone and text me the picture.
Oh my God.
I'm like, where are you? So he told me where he was. As well, how do you plan on getting the bear out? She was like, Dad, what do we do? I said, well, I'm not coming in there.
Yeah.
So they had to drag it out.
Oh, man.
Oh wow!
Almost a mile.
It was... We didn't know what to do, and the bear was like 100...
Just grab its feet?
Yeah, usually you just grab like deer,
Yeah.
just drag them, grab and drag. And
Oh my
it was like 160 pounds. It wasn't super big. So I was like, you know what?
He's like, Dad, we have to hurry up, get him
Yeah.
onto the truck and get him up to the butcher and
I was like,
tagged and whatnot. But then when he told me to pull up, right? He's like, Dad, come over here. I pull up in the truck, sunk. It's all mud. Now I'm stuck.
Oh no!
And it's one of those dad moments.
Yeah,
Pete,
yeah.
Why wouldn't you tell me? What's the matter?
and I FaceTimed him too, and I was like, Dad, I don't know how to tell you this, but we have a bear. And I texted him the picture, and he was like, how the fuck are you going to get that out?
Then I had to call my other friend, dad friend.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and-
Bob, what are you doing? He's like, home relaxing. What's up? What did they do
yeah,
now?
and he hunts
Yeah.
too, and
I was like, Bob, I'm stuck. He goes, what do you mean? He said, we got another dad to get this dad out of the mud.
we got a bear in the
Holy
back of the
cow.
truck, stuck in mud. Dude, let me tell you, that hike out, we put the bear on my shoulders because it was like badass to get pictures. So we put it on my shoulders. I was walking
amazing.
it for like 2 minutes. I was like, fuck this. I'm putting this thing down. This
Yeah,
is
it is not
disgusting. Hell no.
160 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
You're carrying
And,
another body. Oh my God.
That's the thing, though. I never would be doing this stuff. Like, I never hunted as a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
I've never hunted before.
especially
either.
where I grew up in the Bronx and everything. You know,
Yeah.
How did
You're
you,
doing
how did you
different
get
hunting
interested
there.
in hunting? Just like from your friends?
My
up-
friend hunts with his dad, that kid Bob.
Mhm.
And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go with him one day. We went upstate. It was my first time hunting deer. And I was like, Dad. Oh, I was so excited. I was like, Dad, I'm so excited. And we get to the spot. I'm like, all right, Dad, do not move. And I was like, Dad, stop moving. And he's like adjusting himself. He's like, Pete, I'm sitting on a rock. How do you want me to not move? And I'm like, Dad, stop moving. It was fun though. I don't know.
I'd sit there for hours, hours. I'm like, you know, my son doesn't get it. You know, I'm approaching 50. I have to move.
Yeah.
You know?
Like my bladder isn't the same anymore.
Yeah, yeah. But you know what? I wouldn't be doing. I never would have
Yeah.
said, "Hey, let me go hunting," or deep sea fishing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so he's taking me on all these journeys, which I'm grateful for. We're building
Yeah.
memories. You know, it's tough sometimes.
Yeah.
My wife's like, "You know where you're going tomorrow?" I'm like, "Where?" She's like, "I said I'm going tuna fishing." She goes, "No, do you know how far you're going out?" I'm like, "Why? What's the difference?" She's like, "You're going 70 miles out into the Atlantic Ocean." I'm like, "Is that bad?" Oh, sure.
It's that bad.
It's like it's not that good.
Yeah, it's like
Yep.
Oh, those are the
That's
best when I take you
incredible.
out and you get seasick and I laugh at you. Your friends are dying laughing at you.
But I do it, right, Pete?
Yeah, you do. I give you that.
I
that's
do
the
it.
sacrifice.
And I'm like, oh, then there's times like he wants to go that far out.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, we do it for them. It's rough.
Yeah.
Right, Pete? It's rough.
Yeah, for you. For you, I'm fine. I'm having a blast, and we're like, tuna on. He's like, Pete, when are we going back? But sometimes you do all right.
Yeah. But he's grown from that. Like,
Sorry.
He's great with a boat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he knows how to drive a boat, and we ended up purchasing a boat, and
Oh, cool.
he captains it. He's teaching. I said, look at this. I told my wife, he's teaching me how to drive a boat.
That's pretty amazing.
These are the moments, you know, and I embrace it.
Yeah.
But you know,
And I just want to share this because we're on the topic of hunting. So October 19th this year is hunting season.
Oh, the day after my birthday.
Oh, me and my buddy, my friend's brother, which is also my friend, we went coyote hunting, or we went deer hunting, and we ended up seeing 7 coyotes that day.
Oh wow.
Oh,
okay.
wow. Yeah, I'm seeing.
Yeah.
So where are you? Because you look at your high there.
Oh, dude, we're 20 feet in a tree.
You're like in a perch.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
it's a saddle.
Mm-hmm.
I just recently started discovering what a saddle and saddle hunting was. So it's like these sticks. You put them on a tree. You wrap them around with like a cam buckle, like a strap. Tighten it, cinch it to the tree down, and I'm like 4 or 5 up, and I go above my friend. It's like a platform. You stand on it. The whole setup's like this big. It's like 7-8 pounds for the whole thing. So we're just in the tree. It's actually his business stuff with like the rigging ropes and the scaffolding kind of help with his knots and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and we're just swinging around a tree, and
yep.
I'm like, yo, I hear something. He's like, nah, it's probably just a squirrel. And I see 4 coyotes just run. I'm like, yo, get your bow. We're shooting coyotes today. Because we were both hunting, but I went to record because I want to start like posting more videos.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. We're both just going to shoot coyotes. And then we shot 3 coyotes that day. Not 1 deer in sight. And I saw a fox, and I was like, yo, Colin, get the camera. I'm going to shoot it. And he's like trying to find it on the camera. And he's like, where is it? And I'm like, it's dead now. And I was like, dude.
Yo. Oh, my God.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was the fox. It was fun, though. Like, I
So
love
what
doing
kind?
all that
What kind of
stuff.
bow? What kind of like bow are you using?
That's the bow.
Like one of those like compound bows.
Yeah. There's a shop by me.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Davis Sports Shop. It's pretty cool. They got all fun stuff there. And I went there last year. I built my bow online. I designed it and sent it there, and that was it. And I fell in love with bow hunting, dude. Like when I'm not fighting or anything or fishing and it's like wintertime, oh man, I'm hunting. Like, and now we have turkey season coming up. That's my favorite.
Was you with the bow as well?
No, with shotgun.
Shotgun,
actually.
yeah, like
Oh, the shotgun. Oh.
Yeah, but I want to try to get a turkey with a bow this year, which is hard.
Yeah.
Because turkeys see everything. So for you to sit there and draw back a bow on a turkey and it not see you.
Where would you hit the turkey? Because I'm thinking
It's
like a skinny head and then like wide
So like,
body.
if it's staring at you, and they have like a beard, right? So it's like between like the
Oh, yeah.
wattles,
Yeah.
the weird looking things between the beard, like right above their beard, right there, just game over.
Ooh.
But it's
My
pretty
God.
interesting. I mean, he never got into hunting. I took him duck hunting one time.
Yeah.
He shot a
I
duck.
don't like to shoot the animals.
Oh man!
And then eat them. Yeah.
He shot a duck, and I was like, "Good shot, Dad."
Because
He
you
was
guys
like,
were like doubting me. You're like, "Oh, Dad, you can't shoot. You can't shoot."
He
I'm like,
nailed
"Yeah, I'm
the
gonna
thing.
show you
I'm
guys
from
how
the
to
Bronx.
shoot."
Bronx.
No, he did good.
He did sideways.
He was like, "Pete, I feel so bad. I gotta go to church after this."
Oh my God! I've never hunted before. I'm like, I don't know if do I have it in me to do it? Maybe I've never
I didn't
tried
think
it.
so either, and I was like, "You know what? Fuck it."
And he did it. I was like,
And then fishing. Mom likes fishing, so
Yeah.
Mom gets to go fishing.
fishing.
with
I
us
feel
a
like I
lot,
would do
Yeah.
better with. Yeah.
and which he does a lot of.
Yeah, I love fishing. That's my favorite thing to do.
We drive down to Florida a lot, we have the boat. We drive the boat back and forth. We throw it in the water because they have great water there. We
Yeah.
go down to the Keys, and he's out in the water 10, 12 hours a day. And even in the summer, in the Florida heat,
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't phase them.
Oh, me and my friends were out. There's so much to
awesome.
do out there. When you we have our boat. I'll go with 2 or 3 friends. We'll listen. We have the speakers on the boat. We'll blast music, and we're doing fun stuff. We're not doing stupid shit,
Yeah,
drinking,
yeah.
partying. We're out having fun on a boat. We'll go to one spot to try to get this fish. We're going to one spot for barracuda, and I'm like, you know what? We're bored. Let's go catch a shark. So we go to a bridge, pull up, go catch
He's
8-foot
catch
sharks.
Like,
Wow.
And there's so
I've
much
never
to
heard
do.
that come from the mouth of a 15-year-old. I swear to God, that's amazing.
It's like there's so much to do on the water with me and my friends. Like we always find something to do. It's like
That's cool.
you go out, you go fish. We'll go out, listen to music. In Florida, this is the best. We'll pull up to the sandbars, just relax, see all the other cool boats, and then when it's dinner time, we'll go back, shower, get ready. We'll take the boat. We'll go take the boat to go park to a dock. It's beautiful. You got the nice sunset. I'll take Dad, Mom, drop
he
them
takes
off.
us like we vacation a lot in Maryland, Ocean City. My buddy's got a house there on the water, and we spend a lot of time there in the summer. So we'll take the boat down with us, and he'll like, hey, you guys are hungry? I'm like, yeah, come on, let's go to Hoopers. And I'm like, my wife said to me, was like, how awkward is this? Our son is driving us on a boat, pulling up to the dock, and it was like, Pete, how do you do this? How do you do that? And but it's to see him
Doing his thing. And
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
he does it well. He's very responsible, and
This
I
year-
have the confidence. He goes
Yeah.
out and is like, he took the waiver on one morning. Like I get the alert, so Peter left or whatever. It's like 5 in the morning. I'm like, I see him tracking. I'm like, where's this kid going? I saw he took the waiver on. I was going fast. I was waiting. He went into the ocean. Like rarely people go into the ocean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you hang out in, like the bay and stuff.
And he came back. I'm like, what'd you do? He's like, Dad, I wanted to open it up. There was no boats out. And I said, Pete, you got to be careful. The police and the Coast Guard goes, oh, yeah, they came up to me. And
That's what they're like,
Yeah.
you okay?
They were like, "Are you okay? You're good." I'm like, "Yeah, no, I'm fine." And in Maryland, you have to be 16 to operate any motor vehicle. Or
Yeah.
motorized boat. New York,
Oh.
it's 14. Most states,
in
it's
Florida,
14.
14. And he's got his boating license. And
So in Maryland, it's 16. And they're like, "Oh, how old are you, by the way?" I'm like, I'm 16. And like, when's your birthday? I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, 2008. And they're like, okay, you're good. Just be careful, have fun, be safe.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. But yeah, no, I like doing all that stuff besides from like my serious Muay Thai and all that.
he
I
looks
like to
forward
have fun.
to the family vacations.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took my girlfriend on vacation with us for the first time. We had a blast, and we're going to the Keys, and I can't wait to do that with her.
So what we usually do is we invite his friends. His
Yeah.
friends. So we usually take 5, 6, 7 kids with us, and we have a blast.
Yeah.
That's our typical vacation.
And you guys normally drive or you fly or how do you
I like to drive.
like to drive?
to drive.
Like road trips?
Like
We
it's
do
gonna
all-
be
yeah. Like people say, you're crazy. You drive to Florida. with
so
your
much
boat.
fun.
It's like nothing. Like last year we did it. I slept 2 hours. I made it down in 25
Let
hours.
me tell you, that
Oh, wow.
ride
Mm-hmm.
on the way down, that ride is so much fun when you got this guy driving and you got Metallica
fun.
playing,
Yeah.
AC/DC, everything. You have 1 hour we're jamming out, the next hour I'm out cold.
I've taken that drive down to Florida, and
Yeah.
let me tell you, it was the
Wow.
first and the last. And I say that mainly because I'm the only driver, so I'm like, it's me. Like I took it
It's long.
12 hours to Savannah, Georgia,
Oh my
and then I stopped.
shit.
We stood in a hotel and left the morning. 6 hours to Jacksonville,
Yeah.
and I was like, and then I left. I think 2 days later. We spent one day in Disney World. Right, it's Disney World that's out there, not Disneyland. Disneyland's in California, I think.
Yep.
Disney World over there, and then the very next day, drove back to New York, and I was like, never
yeah.
again, yo.
That's too short to do. Like that's more time driving.
yeah,
and
it
you
was
need
like a
longer
last
stay.
last minute trip.
It's long, man.
Yeah, my brother-in-law drove down from Canada,
Wow.
and so we left back together. They had a few more hours to go after we stopped here in New York. I mean, I think for them it was like an additional 7 hours.
I've done that drive to Florida. I like it.
Yeah,
I mean,
he enjoys it.
I mean, 95 is kind of boring because
Yeah,
it's just like a boring road.
straight road.
Yeah. You go
Yeah.
south of the border, whatever it is. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Danger
God, you
says.
see that?
Yeah.
South of the border.
You know what I want to do? Which I want to find because I see it online. Buc-ee's. I'm like, I want
Yeah.
to see a Buc-ee somewhere. I see it online. I was like, I have no idea.
That'd be fun.
Where is that though? Is it like down south?
Have you been to a Buc-ee's?
I know, it
No.
looks fun. I
Yeah.
mean,
I
But-
enjoy it. I mean, I love to drive.
Yeah.
It's not a chore for me, especially
Yeah.
with these kids. It makes all the more fun, stories, laughing, and
Yeah.
I get to expose them to the really good music.
Yeah, yeah.
Metallica,
Like, and
freestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
it takes us like 20 hours to get to like down to the Keys. That's south of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going in April with me, him, my mom, one of my buddies, and my girlfriend Elena. And she was like, "Can I drive with you guys?" And I was like, "Listen, Elena, you're not gonna want to do that drive."
Mhm.
I was like, "Just go on the plane with my mom. We'll meet you guys down there."
That's what we do. We fly the women out.
And then you guys,
Yeah.
the boys
Yeah.
drive.
And you guys drive?
They
Yeah.
would
Wow.
fast and easy. They get luxury plane, and we're sitting there.
Cabin service and everything.
We pull over, the truck stops. Dad gets to sleep for an hour or two.
I'm like,
Yeah.
"All right, Dad, come on, let's keep going."
I got
Oh
my
my
Keurig
God.
coffee in the back of the truck. People
Okay.
think I'm
Yeah.
like, does that guy actually pull out a Keurig?
Mhm.
I have the back of my truck open and make my own
Your coffee, you're like, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're gonna go down in June, and I think we're staying for maybe like 2 weeks. That's gonna be fun
Mhm.
because we're gonna have the boat down there. Just wake up, go fish whenever we want.
Mm.
But the drive's fun, man.
Do you alternate driving?
And
I know
that's
you're
the thing.
15, but
That's the thing.
can you drive?
In June, I'm gonna be able to do that now. So when he sleeps, 'cause-
Right.
Oh, Dad gets arrested a little bit.
Oh
more.
my God!
Wait,
Yeah.
do you know how to drive already?
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
he's good.
and it's just driving with the boat and the trailer.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Oh shoot! Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
He's been
Trail.
driving. He's actually very good with bikes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He drives the 4 strokes, the 2 strokes, all the different gears.
So I'll be alright with the trailer. I mean, we do the trailers with the quads and stuff. I mean,
Mm.
he has trouble with the trailer sometimes, and I'm like, "Dad, other way."
Mm-hmm.
Because you get confused when your child is directing you.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, what's my other way?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you gotta
Left, right?
Which way do I go, Pete? Which way? And I'm like, "Dad, turn the
That's
wheel to
funny.
the left." He turns to the right. I'm like, "Oh my, Dad, get out of the car. Get out of the car."
Like 4 lefts, Peter. 4 lefts is a circle.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
like,
fun.
When I was gonna ask you, when you go hunting, you just do bow, you do rifles as well, or
So there's rifle season, which is November like 16th that weekend.
mm-hmm.
And I usually hunt upstate because we have our own piece of land. So I'll go upstate. There's not that many big deer up there.
Mm-hmm.
I have some spots by me that I have permission to hunt. So I use bow there because there's houses around.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I have permission there and whatnot. So I use bow there, which I love.
Mhm.
Like, to me, it's so satisfying to hunt with the bow. It's much more rewarding. And
Mm-hmm.
like, I have this guy. His name's Chris. He has a big following. He has like a couple million followers on Instagram and
Mhm.
YouTube. Couple million followers. So he came up one day. I had a really big deer on camera, and he was like,
Oh, yeah,
"Dude,
I remember that.
we're going crazy for this deer." He
Mhm.
was like, "Dude, we gotta hunt this. I gotta film it. I gotta post." I'm like, "All right, let's do it." I missed like a whole week's worth of school just to try to shoot this damn deer.
Oh wow.
And my
God.
parents were like, "Pete, you're gonna be late to school." I'm like, "Dad, it's fine. I'll get there. Whatever." I'm like, "Chris will drive me to school. It's fine. We're just give me 1 more hour."
Mhm.
And we come so close to shooting this deer, and he sees us in the blind, and I was like, "Chris, we should be in a tree right now, like in the stand instead of on the ground in a blind." And the deer sees the blind, and it's a smart deer. It's like a 7-8-year-old deer, and we're
Mhm.
like, "Shit." And after that, never seen a deer. It's dead as a nail right now, and I'm
Mhm.
like, "Man, can't believe I didn't get to shoot that deer."
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's much more rewarding with the bow.
The bow.
Like, you just get to see the arrow. It's quiet too. It's just
Mm-hmm.
boom, thwack, and you see it hit the deer. With the gun, it's kind of like, okay, get ready, boom.
And you shoot
Hey.
Such a loud-
22s.
No,
Oh, like the
308.
308. Okay.
Yeah,
And then I get the call too. Like
Mhm.
we have the house upstate, so he's like, "Dad, I'm gonna go hunt because most of our property is in the mountain,
it's like it's an elevation. It goes up 1,600 feet.
Mm-hmm.
and it's pretty cool. He likes him and his friends. They explore the mountain. They have the trails, and it's not good for people our age.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
I was
So
like,
sure enough, he's like, "Dad, he'll be out there for hours,"
Mhm.
and then he goes on his own. And his girlfriend was up there, and she comes in, and she's like, "I saw her." I was like, "Oh, what happened?" She's like, "Oh, Peter's looking for you." I said, "What happened?" He's like, "Dad, you're not gonna believe I got a deer." I'm like, "And?" "Well, you're gonna have to come up and get him." I'm like, "Where?"
yeah, I was excited. It was the first deer on the new property, and I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
had
I
to
need
go all
help.
the way. So I said, listen, I drove as far as I could up the mountain in the
Oh, wow.
quad.
Yeah.
I was like, "Pete, where are you? Where are you?"
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Dad, you're gonna have to hike up."
Oh my God.
I said, "What do we do?" He's like,
The
"Dad,"
tip of the mountain.
and the deer was big.
Yeah.
It's heavy. And
It was a fat deer. It was like 180 pounds.
Oh wow. Holy shit.
I'm like, you had to kill the deer this high. You couldn't wait for it to walk down, go behind it, right?
You're lucky because I actually waited to shoot it for it to go downhill. If I didn't shoot it then, it would have went all the way to the top, and that would have sucked.
Wow.
But it was high enough for me.
Oh, when so we had the opening rifle season, and I let my friend use my gun to go shoot his first deer. He didn't see shit that morning. So I was sitting in a tree and I was bow hunting on rifle day. Everybody's like, "You're crazy. You should just use a gun." I'm like, "It is what it is." And I got a bunch of deer, and there's does, right, the girls. And I'm like, you know what? I want some meat. I'm just gonna shoot a deer, whatever. I don't care if it's not a big buck. I shoot it. I watched it tumble 400 feet down a mountain.
Oh my god.
And I recorded a video. In the video, I'm like, shit. And you could hear me like stressing out. I tried to get the quad down. The quad got stuck on the mountain. We had to go around to the neighbor's property, ask for permission. Oh my god, man! The things that we do for these deer.
Wow.
Does that like affect the quality of the meat? Because I'm like,
No, it actually doesn't.
No?
If you get it, if the temperature's cool out and it's not like 50 degrees,
Yeah.
if it's like below 40, the deer's fine. It could stay out for like maybe 2 days if it's 40 degrees.
Oh, nice. Okay.
even despite all the tumbling, because I'm
Yeah.
like, well, after all that tumbling, it'd be like ground beef at that point. It's like,
Well, as long as the organs don't, like, like
right, all right,
organs
it's like
don't
you
get
split out
ruptured,
all over.
Yeah, when you get the deer, you got to open it up. It's disgusting. You got to
Gut
get
it.
in there,
Gut it.
gut it, so the meat doesn't go bad. And it's
But then, you know what? It's amazing because these kids, like most of his friends too, like it's amazing. Like the parents say to me, these kids, for the life of us, will not get up for school, but for hunting, they know how to get up
Fishing.
3:30 a.m. and get dressed and
Yeah, yeah.
no hassle.
in a
If
couple
the first
months-
class was hunting, then they'd make
Oh,
it all the
yeah.
time.
Oh yeah, like in May, turkey season, I'm up 5 in the morning. I'll hunt till 8. My school starts at 8:30. I'll hunt till like 7:50. I'll go home, take a quick shower, and then I'll go to school.
Yeah.
That's what I do for the whole month of May.
That's awesome.
It's fun though.
Yo.
I like
Yeah.
it.
I just started, like, I brought Hunter to a range in Jersey a couple times, and so I've been trying to, like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm learning how to shoot myself, but also like shooting with him. He likes it a lot.
We gotta take you guys upstate. It's so much fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come
You guys
up-
Yeah.
like it. It's
Yeah.
fun. You go up there. We'll take the quads up. We have our own targets set up.
Oh,
like
wow.
little course.
Yeah.
We just go up there, shoot. Me and my friends doing like we're making like a timed course.
To like
yeah.
go and shoot at the same time.
Yeah. so it's like
What?
we're gonna have like the AR 500 steel targets.
Oh wow. Okay.
So we're just gonna go around, time each other, and then it's cool. Like we're into that stuff.
You're like doing like the John Wick
Yeah.
training
Yeah.
simulators, like
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
And then they have the fields, like we have the fields and they have the dirt bikes and the quads. They make their own ramps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my.
We take we have it's like an outdoor show by us in Rockland, and there's this guy that was selling airsoft guns. And you have to be 18 to buy them. And our friend's 17. He was like, yeah, close enough. So we ended up buying like 6 airsoft guns, like really cool ones too. They're like battery powered, and then they have the gas ones. Me and my friends took them in the woods. Oh my god, let me tell you, I had welts all over my body from those things, but it was fun.
Yeah.
It was sick.
I have a good friend of mine who's willing to. I mean, I guess he's also into guns, but he has like tons of airsoft guns.
Yeah.
And we're at his house
That's so
for
cool.
New Year's, and Hunter's walking around, and there's like airsoft guns. He like does customizing of like
Yeah.
laser engraving for people with
that's
airsoft
awesome.
guns. But he has like these like 9mm like Glock looking airsoft guns all over the place that he's customizing. I'm like, this is a gun. I'm like, put that down.
Oh yeah, dude, I like doing all that stuff outdoors, and it's fun when I take him. Like when we go fishing in the Keys, I'm excited because I got a bunch of new tackle and a bunch of new reels, so I'm prepared for heavy stuff. Like I have reels that could catch 500-pound marlin, 1,000-pound
Oh
sharks.
wow.
But it's good because I like to get my fish. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
You get a little small piece of red snapper up in New York. It costs you an arm and a leg, $30, $35. Down there, you
Go out
just
for
put,
free. Gas money, that's it.
you're just
Yeah.
pulling up so many snappers and all different types of fish that it's,
And then we just bring it back and they'll butcher it for
bring
you.
back.
yeah, we
I cut them
Oh,
up.
you butcher yourself?
Yeah, cut them up.
he
have
does
Mom
all the
cook.
cleaning.
Yeah,
We
it's,
vacuum seal them and we take them home.
Yeah.
And it
That's
lasts us a
awesome.
few months.
Yo, that's awesome.
I'm excited to take him because, like me and my friends' experiences. I want him and my mom to see it. We're gonna take they're called blue runners. They're like this big. They're kind of like fun fish to catch, but they're not good to eat. So they're good bait fish. We're gonna take one on a hook. Maybe like the hooks are like this big. I have to rig it a certain way with like a rubber band. We're gonna throw it out there, and I want him and my mom to experience what it's like to see a 10-foot hammerhead just like right next to a boat.
Yo.
Because those things are down in the Keys. Those sharks are huge. So I want my mom to record it. It'll be sick.
Are you allowed to catch the fish though?
Yeah.
I mean, to catch the shark?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can catch.
Wow.
There's just you're not allowed to catch great white sharks. The guy that I know, he actually caught one. But if you catch one, you just can't keep it. That's all.
Or you got to release it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He caught a big tuna. What was that? Was that a yellowfin, Pete?
Bluefin tuna. It was actually
Oh wow.
Those are yeah.
Right in Coney
Mile.
Island, a mile offshore.
Yeah. Oh, this year.
How
we're
Him
gonna-
and his crazy friend Jack. What do they do? My wife's like, oh my. He says we
Yeah.
weren't allowed. Of course, New York heavy regulation. You can't keep the tuna.
So you have to like.
Yo.
So they jumped in the
Holy
water
shit! So
with the
you
tuna.
threw it back?
Thing
Yeah.
as big as me.
And they jumped in the water with the tuna.
But this year, like, we know a lot more now. We have our own boat. I did a lot of research, so we get a good tuna run, like in like August. So this year, oh man, we're gonna have so much fun down there. We're gonna drive the boat down the Hudson actually from us, in like Nyack, Piermont, all the way down out by like the Verrazano Bridge. Oh, let me tell you, dude, Hunter would like it.
Yeah.
Hunter would enjoy it. I'll take him someday. And
We'll do a trip.
we took Ricky last year
Oh, you had fun?
to go
Yeah.
striped bass fishing.
Yeah.
Oh, he loved
Oh,
it. He
they
caught
got-
a fish the size of him.
Wow.
Yo.
It was so much fun. That kid
Actually,
had
you know,
so much
Hunter I
fun.
think has been hunting like just like he likes fishing, like just like on a little lake.
you
or
guys
whatever.
gotta
come with
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys
Yeah,
got
Brian, you too.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah.
Listen. You know what's so funny is that I purchased a while ago about a knife that's about like this long. It's like a foot, and it's like a Japanese knife for like for making like sashimi and sushi and all that.
wow.
And I would love to use it. I have a huge cutting board too, and I was like, I just need the fish now.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
like this is when we went. This year we went
Holy
with
cow.
Ricky, and the kid caught a fish that was 50 pounds. Like a 50-pound striper is like impressive. Usually like 20.
Ricky is only like 70 pounds.
Yeah.
yeah.
So now convinced Dad, we're gonna sign up for. They have a Manhattan Cup tournament. It's for like wounded veterans. So we take like a wounded veteran, go fish, and my buddies they
that's
have
cool.
the biggest charter in New York for striped bass, Rockfish Charter. That's where we went with Ricky. We're gonna follow them, just tail behind their ass the whole time and catch fish. So
That's awesome.
they know the spots. We'll be behind them because it's like two different categories. They're the big dogs, and we're
Yeah,
little
yeah.
guys.
They let us
But-
follow them. They have all the spots,
Yeah. So I'm excited to take him, and my friends, go fish a little bit for the tournament. It'll be our first tournament that we fish, so that's gonna be cool. But it's fun fishing like that, like competitively. And I think we're gonna sign up for a tournament in Maryland when we go down. It's like
the white marlin.
it's the White Marlin tournament. 300 and something boats go.
Holy shit.
Last
And Marlins
year-
are big, right? They're
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, like,
And
what,
it's-
200 pounds?
Yeah, it's white marlin, so they don't get that big and they're hard to catch.
Okay.
So like blue marlin last year winning prize I think was 300 and something pounds, but the white marlin was only 70 pounds.
Okay.
So and that 70-pound fish won the people the boat. I think it was $3.3 million.
Holy
Yo.
shit.
Yeah.
That wasn't the number I was expecting.
Yeah.
No,
Michael Jordan comes down every year,
He fishes his boat. It's called Catch 22.
and
And
when
Oh
his
my
boat
God.
pulls up, it's amazing.
yeah, but they don't catch shit. They don't know what they're doing. They just got money.
yeah, exactly.
It's cool to see them though.
Yeah.
But we're gonna enter the small boat category. Hoping we win. That would be pretty cool.
That's pretty amazing. I
Yeah.
feel like it's amazing to like that. It sounds like you now all of your interests. You're like now taking like I guess when you were younger, your dad was taking you on these adventures.
Yeah,
Now you're like taking
take
your
my
dad on
dad.
these adventures.
Yeah, I like
and
to
it's
take,
almost like reliving your youth, and
Yeah.
you're learning all these new things as well.
I like to take people with me. Like my girlfriend, before she met me, she was like, "Oh, I hate fishing. I hate country people. I hate all this." And she met me now. She's like, "Can I come fishing with you this weekend?" I took her fishing a couple weekends ago. She had fun. We're taking her down to Florida. I'm like, "Elena, you sure you want to fish?" Yeah, I want to fish. Peter, this is boring. And it's like, what do you want me to do? You wanted to come, but he likes it.
Yeah.
He likes it.
I do.
Well, I'm sure for you, it's like it's a time to hang out and like be with each other.
Yeah.
And a new experience. 'cause,
Yeah,
like,
it's a
something
good time
new.
to spend together too. It's nice,
And you know what? At our age, like having a boat and stuff, like all these, I don't have the time or like the mental capacity sometimes.
Yeah.
So you know what? My son will show me how to do it.
Yeah.
I let him learn it first.
And
Yeah.
then-
And,
and now he's at an age where
And
he can. And
yeah,
he's like
yeah.
doing his thing.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's really like cool how we do these things. Like, see, a lot of people don't even spend time with their family.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm grateful just to have the time to spend with my friends, and then my dad and my mom and my girlfriend on the boat all together. That's like it's like a dream come true to me. We're just going out doing the thing that we love most. It's fun.
like somebody said to me one day, like, because we trailer the boat, and they're like, "What are you crazy? Pay people to do that? Why would?" I was like, "What? I love to do that.
Yeah.
Just to ride down with these kids.
Yeah.
You know? I gotta pay somebody and give up that.
that time.
Yeah.
We made a deal, and I was like, "Dad, please buy this boat. I'm telling you, we'll have so much fun." And he was like, "You guys gonna take care of it?" I was like, "Of course." Oh my god, we have like a little boat, like a little skiff. Me and my friends clean that thing every use. We love that thing. He's like, if I buy a new boat, what are you gonna do with that boat? I'm like, keep it. He's like, oh, are you gonna use it? I'm like, hell yeah, it's my first boat. Of course I'm gonna use it. But
it's great. I mean, I feel like as a father to like a younger child, it's actually like kind of inspiring and like gives me something to look forward to. Like hopefully me and my son can have these kind of like similar adventures and like some experiences. And yeah, I think it's great. I think like you guys are like what I'm aspiring or hoping for myself in the future with my son. So,
I think it's a special relationship and definitely inspirational. I'm like, I wonder. I'm like, what are the sort of adventures I'm going to have with my kid? And I don't know what yet because by the time he reaches 15, who knows what he's going to be into? But
you never know.
I think as long as I'm guiding him,
that's good. That's what's important. Like the kids are going to grow. They're going to go through phases. They're going to change what they like. Like I used to like my baseball. Didn't like it anymore. I used to do sports. I used to do hip hop classes. I used to do everything in the books.
Basketball, you were good at basketball.
Yeah, I like basketball. I was decent at it, and then I got bored of it. I wanted to start punching people in the face. So I was like, Dad, I can't do this anymore. I got to do something fun. But kids grow. They mature through things. Like during COVID, there's nothing to do, and I went through like a little video game phase. My brother's big on video games. He helped me build my PC. I don't really use it anymore though. I would just play video games with my friends, but they still do. I'm like, I don't really care for it anymore.
Thank
it is
God.
what it is.
I feel like that's the hard part. I feel like Hunter loves video games, and I'm like, oh,
yeah. Like I don't think video games are like essentially bad for kids. It's just like too much of it.
Yeah.
When it gets to too much,
you gotta have a balance of it. I mean, I personally love video games, and you can tell. And you like if you look over here, you see all my Dragon Ball and anime stuff. But and he's picked up a lot. He watches anime, and we watch that stuff together. And I never take any of that, the things for granted.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, there's I think there's gonna be so many things that he's gonna be into when he's a little bit older. And I'm always wondering. I'm like, what is that? What are those things?
As long as the father's there for their kid to, and essentially grow with them, because like you never thought that you would be fishing, carrying a bear out, going to Malaysia. Like the adventures that I've taken you, the parents have to learn how to grow and do these things with their kids too. Have some fun in it.
Yeah,
that's the best part about. That's what I would think would be the best part about being a parent, getting to know and getting to grow with your kids,
Yeah. I think the unfortunate part is, like you said, like, I mean, I've experienced this firsthand as well, is that a lot of people don't prioritize their kids, in my opinion, as much as they should.
I agree.
And I feel like I did enough crazy shit in my youth. I probably did enough fucking drugs to kill a small village. I probably did enough drinking, enough partying, enough whatever in my youth. And now I'm at a point where I'm okay focusing my attention and my time for my son.
Yeah.
And not all parents are like that. And and a lot of times, and it was a switch for me where it's like, when I had a kid, it's like, it's no longer about me. Like I did my thing. I had my time to do what I wanted to do whatever I wanted to do with whoever, whenever I wanted. But now my life is has a different purpose. And that's why I'm like focused on that now. But I think, unfortunately, a lot of parents have different levels and also things that, make them happy. And for you, luckily, your family and like Peter and Cindy and you guys, the family you build makes you happy. And that's what brings you joy. Yes, and I think that's an important part. And I think in general, if more parents even focus a little more on their kids, I think in general, there'll be a lot less shitheads in the world.
Yeah. I think for a lot of parents, it's difficult to like let go of the fact that they were once their only responsibility, and now they're responsible for a child. And people who've partied and done all this stuff, growing up, it's a difficult life to let go of and to like refocus on your child. I know a lot of people that I'm like, I want to party, I'll just drop off my kid with my parents and this and that. And I'm like, I was never really the party person myself. That was like more so Evelyn. She was like, she lived the party life. So we have that sort of balance where now we want to go on, and now Zachary, I mean, people are always asking for my kid at parties. Say, where's Zach? Bring him along. But I'm like, you said there were no kids invited. We're gonna make an exception, and we're gonna let your kid go. So it is difficult to
when I was
just
little,
get that balance.
And I would see my parents, like my mom would be like, Drew, you want to go here, like my friend's doing a 50th birthday. He'd be like, what about Peter? What are we gonna do with him?
Yes.
That was always
along the way. There've been sacrifices, date nights with the missus, and like one thing that we never did up until my wife's cousin moved in with us a few years ago. We didn't go away. I didn't want to leave Peter just with anybody, and
Yeah.
we don't have much family.
Yeah.
I don't have too many. I have a twin brother, but he lives in California,
Mm.
or anybody. I just was never like, hey, let me.
You didn't have
leave
that
my
support
child.
system. Yeah.
Even if I,
Even for me, yeah.
I had, I have some choice. I could leave him with certain family members. I didn't want to go away.
Mm-hmm.
I miss him. If anything, like, okay, let's bring Peter with us.
Yeah.
Let's bring.
Yeah.
And people would say, oh, and outside influence. Oh, you guys need to go away. You guys need to do this. You need to do that.
Yeah.
No, I know what I need to do. And
But you guys are still happy. It's not like you
Yeah.
have,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
you have
very
a loving
thankful.
relationship. You focus on each other as well, but also you prioritize your kid.
Yes, yes.
So
Yeah, it's thank God, Mom and I get along great. We're together for almost 24, 25 years.
You
Right?
just had your anniversary. You don't even remember.
That's what happens when you get 51 years old.
well, don't worry.
That's how you
It'll
know
happen
things
to you.
when things are good. You don't know how, right?
Yeah.
You forget how many years you're married.
But
That's
it's
funny.
true. Well,
Yeah.
No, but it helps. It helps because I'm thankful 10 times over. That for my wife and for my son and for everything we have in our life and God above and
Yeah.
and especially that we have such a good relationship, Cindy and I and his mom. That we have our moments, but we bicker.
Yeah.
We bicker.
Everybody.
That's it.
I mean, you know this, and Peter will know this. As you do, relationships are hard. They require effort. They require work. I mean,
Yeah.
and especially marriage. Marriage is two people trying to live life together when it's two different personalities, two different wants, two different needs,
Yes.
and then like somehow trying to make that work. It doesn't always just click. Sometimes there's just
Yeah.
friction there, but like how you handle that is what is
Yeah.
ultimately how you whether you fail or you succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm only 15 years old. I don't know
Yeah.
crap about marriage. But like I've been in a relationship for 2 years and I've done a lot with my girlfriend. We've had arguments over stupid things and serious things. And it's just like for me it's about how well we recover from them and what we do to recover from them. For us it's a lot about like turning to God and like that's why I'm trying to like take her to church more now with my family, do more family involved things. So that's how I see it as. And that's what I've seen from him and my mom,
Well,
Well,
I'm
we-
sure a lot of
Adapted.
times you'll emulate
Yeah.
what you see at your home. If
Exactly.
you see your parents always fighting or being nasty or saying really horrible things to each other, and then ultimately when you become an adult, that is a good possibility. That's the way you're going to be in a relationship.
Yep.
Yeah, we have to teach them. We got to teach them to, hey, you open the door
Yeah.
for your girlfriend or your wife. You open the door and you wait for that elderly person to go in front of you.
You don't see that a lot nowadays.
No.
And I'm glad that my dad raised me that way because my girlfriend's mom, she loves me and she always like tells my mom, "You have such a well-raised child. He's so respectful." And that means a lot to me because, it's such little effort just to hold the door open for her and her mom and to buy her flowers. It's like it takes minimal effort. And you see people out there on their phones texting when they're with their wives. You could tell they're just unhappy,
Yeah.
But I'm grateful that I'm raised the way I am.
The parents are usually the first, a kid's first role models. So
Yeah.
they see them, they're able to emulate it. But you're right, though. A lot of the things that I see in myself are a product of because of the way my father raised me. So there's a lot of things that he passed down to me, and it sometimes it escapes, and I'm able to catch myself. Sometimes I
Yes.
don't, and I'm not perfect. But I do realize where my faults are, and I'm always trying to improve on that.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, nowadays as we're getting older, Peter's 15, he's getting up there in the teen years, and you see parents, oh, my kid's driving, I'm done. That's it. I put my time in. No,
Like, no.
these parenting years are never over.
Yeah.
Even when you're in your 20s and 30s.
You're a
That's how
parent.
I
You're a
look at
parent
it.
forever until
know?
the day you pass.
We got to guide you through the lanes of life, so
Yeah.
to speak.
Yeah. Because there's still going to be new challenges, and
Always.
life is going to life. Life is challenging. Life is hard, and but I think that it's really great to see that all these combined factors, like having good parents, your mom and your dad, the dedication you put to Muay Thai and the work ethic you've learned, that even as someone from the outside is no, Peter's gonna fucking excel. He's gonna figure it out. he's not going to fail because he's had all you were able to have all these factors contribute into this person who now can like take care of shit and handle shit. And I think ultimately, like, you know, hats off to you and Cindy.
Thank you.
For like raising a really amazing kid.
Thank
Like,
you.
you know, and I know,
Thank
like, you know, we probably see each other at the gym before, so I never really got to explain. But I think from an outsider looking in, it's like you guys are like as a family an inspiration, and like thank you
Thank
for
you
so much,
for
Peter.
that.
That means
like,
a lot.
You know,
It does. Thank you. And we're not perfect.
Nobody's
Well,
perfect.
yeah.
Well, we love each other. We're very close,
Yeah.
and I couldn't ask for anything more. You know?
I agree.
That's amazing.
And you too, Pete. I mean, like I said,
I think I'm a work in progress. I think I'm
We
still
all are.
dealing with my whatever.
You know,
I feel like, you know, I have challenges with Hunter's mom, and like
But it's good that you
That's
guys are
some-
doing this
yeah.
too.
but you guys are close. You're there. You're together. You know, just seeing you, you know, with your son, it speaks volumes.
yeah. But
Good
thank you.
volumes.
Thank
Good
you.
volumes.
Yeah, of course.
Like I said, I
We
feel
try.
like he
We try.
probably,
We're
he
trying.
probably deserves some like a better dad than me. I'm just trying to get there.
of course.
Yeah.
And I think that's what, you know, it enables us. You know, we're always looking
Yeah.
to grow and do things differently, do things better. Like I said earlier, there's no set manual, right?
No, there's not, and it's hard. It's scary and it's hard, and you're also compounded all these fears of like, am I doing the right thing? And like, but now like I think you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. You see Peter thriving and doing all these things. You're like, oh shit, he could like he's doing all these things even without me. He's like on his own,
Yes.
with confidence, with, you know, and not and like thriving in the world and like without you, in a way.
You know, it's sad and happy at the same time.
Yeah.
You know, sad because you're going to miss the moments and everything, but happy saying, you know what, this is the ending result.
But
You
now
know.
you're seeing the fruits of your labor. You know,
Yeah.
Cindy,
Yep.
which, you know,
I'm sure you feel like if, you know, if something would have happened to you, you know, if you were no longer alive as of tomorrow, knock on wood, you know, I'm sure you would feel confident that Pete over here would have, like, he would be good.
Oh, I you know, as
He'd
much
make
as
the
I
right
like to say,
choices.
what do I say?
Yeah.
What do I say, right, Pete?
Yeah.
You know, Dad's not going to be around forever.
Yeah.
If Dad kicks the bucket, there's the reality of it.
Yeah.
You know, I remind him, you know, you got to step up, and you know, you're going to be the man of the house, and he knows.
Yeah.
He knows. I teach him about stuff now. Like I
Yeah.
teach him about real estate, how money works, and
that's an important.
That
very
is.
important, yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
good. I think kids need to be more open to that too. And it sounds boring, as much as it is boring sometimes to me. But I like to learn new things about that, and I always ask them about it. So like, I think that kids should be more open to talking to their parents about, you know, the future and business, because I enjoy it sometimes. I'm like, hey, Dad, I got a question, and you know, he answers my question. So it's good to learn about that, especially when you're young.
I've given him tools. Like I started him out early. Like, Peter, here's my credit card. Go order this. Go get that for Dad. Goes out with his friends. He knows how to pay. Peter, make sure you leave a tip. He knows how to do. I want him to be worldly and have
Yeah.
those. He'd be able to go to the ATM. He knows how to take money out, and
Yeah.
you know, these are the tools of life.
Yeah.
You know, we're better than us to give it to him than a teacher or.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think the trust and the confidence and the faith you put into him is now like, you know, shows that he's like
Sure.
learning, and also I think when you say kids, a lot of things. I think the unfortunate part is, and I speak for myself, is like when I think back to my childhood, is I think because you have that foundation, that trust with your dad, you're more open, you're more receptive, and you like you had mentioned earlier how some of your friends' parents are kind of like indifferent to their kids, like whatever, and then that in itself I think will close that that kid off from really connecting with their parent.
Yeah.
And they don't really, it's like, you know, you have this one kind of authoritative role, or they're like the authority, but that's really it, and there's not much else. So it's sometimes it's hard for those kids to really be accepting and listen to what their parents say, because that's not the dynamic that they have. It's not like they can talk. They just, you do what I say and that's it.
Yeah, that's like, you know, again, that goes back to how the older generation was brought
Yeah.
up. What I say goes. We got to be sensitive too to their feelings, their emotions, their wants and needs. You know, and it's not just short answers. It's because I'm the parent and that's why.
Yeah.
Yell at the child. You know, and like I said, everybody's reactive.
Yeah.
It's easy to be reactive. It's easier to go yell at a child and send them to their room and dismiss them. You know, the adult, the authoritative voice in this house. Get out of here, leave me alone. You see too much of that. And then the ending result is not so good. The child's lost in negative things. And, you know, ultimately takes...
And there's no safe. They feel no safety with their parents. They're like, you say, if you tell your dad, "Oh, this kid did this," or "You're really open."
Yeah, you have to trust.
And I don't want my
kids
son to go find a safety net or confidence in somebody or something outside our home.
Yeah.
You know,
It could be drugs. It could be bad people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they're gonna find it.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately everybody's human.
Yeah. I think everyone's looking for that sense of belonging or where they fit in the world.
That's why we can never invest too much time in our children.
Yeah.
And, you know, keep them close, keep them at home, keep them at bay, spend the time. Even when you don't want to, even when you're tired, even when you don't, you know, you can. It's like...
you do what you have to do.
Yeah, it's like gasping
You
for
said
air.
it. You said it before. I mean, you give them the tools because what the reality is that, you know, eventually they're going to be exposed to this thing. You know, they're going to be exposed to the realities of the world. Where you got to do this, you got to do that. You need to know about money. You need to know about drugs. You need to know what sneaky people, what evil people do.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have to. But if you have all the tools to go through that, you'll be straight.
And it doesn't hurt if you can fuck them up also.
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly.
I used to tell my wife, he's going to go away to college one day or he's going to be on that vacation. At least rest assured. I was trying to sell her too, you know. How would it feel knowing that our son can fight, he could take care of himself, you know. It's just one less thing to worry about.
That's true.
Of course.
That's true.
And it was always about mental toughness. I always wanted to build.
Yeah.
It was always priority for me.
It worked.
Well, I mean, at 15 years old, I think he seems pretty mentally tough.
He
So,
is.
yeah.
Thank God.
I agree. Okay.
All right.
Well, listen, as we close this podcast out, we just want to say it has been an absolute honor and a pleasure to have you, Pete, to have you.
Thank you.
Thank
Andrew.
you guys. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was really fun. Thank you guys for having us.
It was a beautiful time. I feel very honored and thankful.
No, I feel honored as on my part. Like, I really, like I said, I definitely look up to you as a dad. And
Thank you.
And
likewise.
Yeah. And I have to say, Peter, I think, like I said before, you and I have seen each other at gyms for years, but we never really spoke.
Yeah.
It was really amazing to get to know more about you and learn more about you. So thank you for
it was
sharing.
interesting too.
And I have to say, like, I'm very happy that, like, there's kids like you that are in the gym or because I think for kids like Hunter and younger kids, you're definitely someone who is a role model and is what kids can aspire to be.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, I'd say keep up doing whatever
Thank
you're
you.
doing. And I think, like I said, I say confidently, I know whatever you want to do in this world, you're going to do.
Yeah.
Thank
Seriously.
you guys.
And if you're
Look out,
when you
Bears.
become the UFC champion, I'm going to remember this
gonna-
podcast.
yeah, exactly.
We're going to play the clip back.
Yeah.
Put them up,
I'm
put
like,
them up.
you have to like come back and do the show again if we're still
Exactly.
doing it.
Is there anything you guys want to plug in? Is there anything? I don't know if you promote, anything on IG. Is there anything?
If you have any more,
Your fish, your bears.
Your page, any fights you have coming up, Peter?
You fighting a
Just
shark?
Follow my Instagram, SpeedyPD123. It's been the same Instagram for 10 years.
Okay.
Never going to change. And thank you guys for having me. Hopefully I'll come back when I'm UFC champ one day.
There you go.
Maybe hopefully sooner. Anything you
Yeah,
want
of
on
course.
your business or anything else?
No, I'm just thankful for you guys and
thank
for
you.
having us and giving us this opportunity. And what a great Sunday. I look forward to this. I had a really nice time and another one for the memory books.
Yeah, absolutely.
I look forward to hearing the podcast and all the other podcasts.
Definitely.
Awesome.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Take care, y'all.
All right,
Bye.
everyone.
See ya.
Be well.